Wow. Azazel. It's pretty crazy. Really nice video. I feel like the quality of the Azazel video is like quite a lot better than a lot of the other ones. Excuse me. I might just watch this through one more time and then I'm just gonna go through the blog and read that stuff. Azazel is looking really good, isn't he? I'm not a huge Slaanesh fan, but this model and stuff looks amazing. I love these new Warriors of Chaos like marked champion heroes as well. This Coordinate one looks really cool. Like this is something you really badly needed as the Warriors of Chaos, like actual like champions of Chaos heroes. Wow, yeah, it's pretty amazing. I should probably put a link up to the blog so if anyone hasn't seen it, they know where to go. Champions of Chaos blog. Looks like a good update. Oh yeah, it looks like a crazy good update. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly read through this stuff because it's kind of new to me. I did actually do a quick read through it before I went to sleep. Which then made me not be able to sleep, which then made me sleep in, and also I scheduled the stream for the wrong time, so apologies for all of that, guys. So yeah, I was planning on streaming at the normal time, but I accidentally set the stream scheduling for the totally wrong time, so yeah, apologies for that. So yeah, so this is the blog for introducing the Champions of the Chaos. I feel like I've got too much background noise going on. Maybe that's a bit better. Just turn this down as low as I can get it without being off. There we go. All right. Hydra Champion, this Lord Pack welcomes not 2 but 4 new Warriors of Chaos Legendary Lords. So yeah, so normally our Lord Pack has 2 Legendary Lords, usually two enemy factions that are, you know, doing battle with each other. But in this case, there's going to be 4 Legendary Lords, or one of each of the Chaos Gods. I guess they're all kind of eternally doing battle against each other, so that kind of works. Embark on Crusades of Destruction with a brand new gameplay features, wreak havoc with a host of new battlefield units, and master the new narrative-driven campaign mechanics that will unearth the fabled path to Zanbaijin. I'm guessing this Zanbaijin, I was not sure about that, but I'm guessing the Zanbaijin thing is specifically for the Realm of Chaos campaign, and that's not going to be in Immortal Empires, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So yeah, I might have to figure out that as we go along. What's in the pack? For the campaign, we've got 4 new Legendary Lords, new campaign mechanics, playable in both Immortal Empires and Realm of Chaos, but do not interact with the Urson storyline. In battle, we have 8 new marked Lord and Hero characters. So that'll be 4 new generic Lords and 4 new hero characters, I guess. 36 new marked versions of Mortal Chaos units. So you have like Chaos Undivided, like Warriors of Chaos normally have Chaos Spawn. Now you'll have Chaos Spawn, marked Nurgle Chaos Spawn, marked Khorne Chaos Spawn, marked Slaanesh Chaos Spawn, and marked Tzeentch Chaos Spawn. You know, you'll have normal Chaos Knights, you'll have marked Tzeentch Chaos Knights, marked Khorne Chaos Knights, you know, etc. So that's what that 36 new marked versions is. New Chaos War Shrine and 4 marked variants, so it's a new Chaos unit. And 4 new regiments of renown, 1 for each Chaos God. So it's pretty cool. I'm particularly excited about the 4 new marked hero characters. That's pretty cool. But also, I mean, also the marked Lord characters as well. It's pretty cool. Spotlight on Azazel and the Ecstatic Legion. So I guess that's his faction. We'll be introducing to you each of the 4 new Chaos Champions over the next few weeks. We're going to get started right away with spotlighting the first legendary lord, Azazel, Prince of Damnation. There he is. He's Azazel's pretty awesome. Like, he just looks like a classic sort of demon, kind of like Be'lakor. I feel like, you know, for me, they're like kind of like the classic kind of quintessential demon. You know, like there's other like demons of the Chaos Gods that are got their own special type of things, but I feel like Azazel's like kind of like just your like classic Slaanesh demon almost, you know. A prince among demons, Azazel has been the bane of humanity since time immemorial. His constant acts of devotion and debauchery assuring his high standing in the eyes of Slaanesh. All who know of him dread to face him in battle for losing. Yeah, you always dread to face Slaanesh in battle, don't you? Because the cost of losing is worse than death. But the cost of losing means not only the death of the body, but all the horrific certainty of the soul's eternal damnation. Azazel is the Swiss army knife of Slaanesh, capable of inflicting hellish causalities in all aspects of battle. In close combat, he has access to the Temptator ability, granting a temporary ward save and reflecting damage on any who dare attack him. In a support role, he can call on a range of spells from the lore of Slaanesh, such as Phantasmagoria and Lash of Slaanesh. Plus, he can fly, which grants him a living position from which to control the flow of battle. Okay, his faction effects are plus 80 relations with Empire, Kislev, Cathay, and Bretonnia. I feel like that's quite high. Like, I feel like in Warhammer 2, this type of effect would give you like plus 40. But now they're giving you plus 80. So yeah, that seems high, right? I don't know, because like if you think about how that's going to play out on the campaign map, that means that Azazel is already automatically going to be like best friends with all Empire, Kislev, Cathay, and Bretonnian factions. Like as soon as they come into contact with him, they're going to be like best friends. You know, they're going to be like getting alliances and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know how that's going to play out, or how what that's meant to represent. You know, I guess if you're like, I guess it's kind of interesting. Like, just say you're playing as Karl Franz, and then you come into contact with Azazel, you'll find like all of your allies becoming best friends with Azazel, and only you'll be the only one that stays true to like the Emperor and well, I guess you are the Emperor if you're a Karl Franz, but you know, stays true to Sigmar and stuff. Maybe that's meant to be the horror of facing Azazel, that all your friends like abandon you and fall in love with him or something. I'm not really sure. Although yeah, Liz said maybe they'll have the penalty as well. So like factions like Empire, Kislev, etc., they normally have a aversion to Chaos factions, like they'll have like minus 40 or something. So maybe that's why it's so high. Maybe they still get the base aversion that good factions tend to get for Chaos, but then they get this plus 40 that will sort of overcome that and then some. Vassals gain immunity to psychology and spread corruption. This vassals, I think later on there's a bit more explaining how the vassals system has changed, is really different for Warriors of Chaos. They have their own unique vassal system going on. So we'll come back to that. Can seduce units. This is in battle, like Slaanesh. You can like choose some enemy units from the enemy army to just be seduced into your team instead of being that you don't have to fight against it anymore. So that's cool. Applies and benefits from seductive influence and gifts of Slaanesh. So that, I believe that's referring to the ability to basically seduce a faction. You get like points that build up every time you do diplomacy with a faction, every time you fight them in battle. And also you get, if you defeat an enemy lord, you give them a gift of Slaanesh, or you can use your Slaanesh heroes to give them gifts of Slaanesh, and then that will give you seductive influence over time. And when that sort of builds up, eventually you can dominate a faction and force them into being your vassal. But it only works on elves and humans. So the same as what Nikari has now. Passive ability, Domineering Aura. His seduce cost is minus 20% versus Empire, Britannia, Kislev, and Cathay units. So that's interesting. So he's same as with his bonuses up here. So he's specifically focused on humans. So although technically he can seduce, units from any race, and he can seductive influence presumably on any elves and humans, he only gets the like bonus for seducing on Empire, and he only gets the diplomatic bonus for for humans. Seduce units budget plus 25%. It's pretty cool. Okay, the Champions campaign. So this is, I'm not sure if this is specifically, I was a bit confused with this. I'm not sure if this is specifically only for Realm of Chaos, or if all of this campaign stuff is also going to apply to Immortal Empires. Maybe we'll figure it out and read this. In the ancient city of Zanbaijin, oh, that was another thing. So where is Zanbaijin? Is Zanbaijin on the map, or like where is that? In the ancient city of Zanbaijin, the servants of chaos have clashed for millennia. So this is sort of like one of those places where they have the eternal battles kind of in the realm of chaos. Is that kind of what we're thinking? The souls of those who have fallen in these vicious conflicts are sealed within the altar of battle itself, which stands at the heart of the fallen city. Okay, sounds pretty good. Ursun's roar has shaken the world. Okay, so Ursun's roar. So that, if it's saying Ursun's roar is blah, 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 then that means that it's in the realm of chaos. I guess it's not in Immortal Empires, but not 100% sure still. The altar seal has become fragile. The correct ritual will have the power to shatter it completely, leaving the myriad warrior souls of bygone eras ripe for claiming. However, Zanbaijin is not an easy place to reach, even for a champion of chaos. Your champion must forge their path to Zanbaijin by forcing open the still healing scars in the world created by Ursun's roar. Only then will you be able to find the altar and claim the souls for your patron god. Will you take up the mantle of chaos, then slay your enemies, collect their souls, make your way to the ancient city of Zanbaijin and perform the ritual. When the altar of souls is within your grasp, you will change the balance of power between the chaos gods forever. Okay. So is this... Okay, so this part... So that part sounds like that's in the realm of chaos campaign. So we basically just ignore this, I guess, if we're playing in Immortal Empires. I'm not 100% sure on that. And then this part that's saying now campaign mechanics. I wonder if we can actually make this bigger. Maybe about that big. Good. Maybe bigger, a bit smaller. Sorry, screw around with this for a second. Alright, it's not like that. It's apparently on the Kedatha Plateau. So is that in only in Immortal? Is that only in Realm of Chaos, or is that in Immortal Empires as well? So Chaos gifts. Winning battles grants you Winning battles grants you the souls of your enemies. These souls can be exchanged for great power and demonic reinforcements as the champions of chaos dedicate them to their patron god or to undivided union of all four gods. So that's referring to this, I guess. Winning battles, souls can be forged for great power and demonic reinforcements as the champions of chaos dedicated to the patron god or undivided. So what's going on here? So these on the side here, it says gifts of undivided, but the iconography on this image here seems to be clearly showing Slanesh all around everywhere. Or maybe this around the outside is just the interface that's always Slanesh because we're playing as Azazel in this picture. But in the middle here, it's got an undivided symbol. 3 undivided plus 4 Slanesh for Azazel. So there's these three gift slots in the middle for undivided, and then 4 Slanesh slots around the outside. Is that what's going on? Oh, and you can scroll this down, right? So these are all possible undivided chaos gifts, and then further down there'd be more that perhaps some of them are Slanesh, and then you can put them into the appropriate slots here. So we've got, so we're looking at, or maybe when you select the slot, then it shows you the appropriate ones that can fit into that slot or whatever. So I guess you pay, so it says upkeep, so it's not a one-time cost, but so it's, I guess it's 50 souls per turn, or 50 souls over a certain period. I guess it's 50 souls per turn. Yeah, you can see up here we've got 2,000 souls, so we could put this one on for 50 per turn, keep it going for like 40 turns. So that kind of makes sense. So just put this ruinous bulwark, we get defensive supplies plus 1,000. I guess that would be for every settlement on the map. If you get a siege, you automatically start off with 1,000 extra supplies. Or every army gets 15% missile resistance, or is that just your lord? And army ability, Shadowstone, siege battles. Yeah, I wonder if this 15% missile resistance is just for your actual character or for everything. These units will be instantly added to your gifted units pool and every 3 turns afterwards. Okay, so you get Furies an extra unit of Furies available to recruit every 3 turns if we do that. So that's interesting. So you could put this one on, and then you'd get a unit of Furies instantly, cost you 50 upkeep per turn, and then every 3 turns you get another 50. You get another 3 Furies. You get another Fury every 3 turns. Sorry. It's a one-time cost of 500 to add it to the slot, and then it's another 50 to add it per turn. So we'd go down to 1,500 to put it in the slot, and then we go down to 1,450, 1,400, 50 per turn after that. Okay, that makes sense. So this unit of Furies will instantly be granted to your pool, and Warriors of Chaos apparently have instant recruitment, so they can just recruit everything instantly from their pool, if I was understanding the later on parts properly. So you play 500 souls, pop this in the slot, instantly can recruit these Furies. I wonder if you could then unequip it, re-equip it for another 500, instantly recruit Furies again, because it says every time because it says you can instantly do it. So I wonder if you can just instantly, or if maybe there's a 1-turn cooldown on switching these around or something. That'll make sense if there was, but yeah. This one, casualty replenishment rate. So you could do that for a few turns, recruit like 3 or 4 Furies, then unequip this and maybe equip another one that gives you access to a different unit, and slowly build up your army with different units by switching these around. Casualty replenishment rate plus 10% for Chaos Marauder units, melee attack plus 8 for Marauder units, experience plus 25 for Marauder units. Okay, that's interesting. Attributes cause fear for all undivided units. Plus 25% for undivided units. Okay. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm wondering about this one, like missile resistance plus 15%. Like if it's got like if it's just got like a modifier like that, and it doesn't say who it applies to, does that make it like a global? Does that make it like a global effect, or does that make it personal just for your legendary lord? Because like if that was like a technology for Norsca, then the 15% would mean it would apply to everyone in Norsca, you know what I mean? But if that was in like a legendary lord skill tree, that would just apply to that only legendary lord if it doesn't say anything like that, you know what I mean? Hey, Alak. Welcome. Yeah, Chaos Hype, exactly. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped about this. I haven't quite got my head around all these mechanics to actually understand how it work exactly, but yeah, I'm trying to work it out now. So yeah, any information is helpful. Blackwell says, looks like you click on a settlement and the garrison will get the bonus. Oh, so this is not global. You're saying you have to like select the settlement when you slot this, and then it just applies this bonus to one settlement. Okay, that sounds a bit whack. Oh, that's just your speculation? Oh, okay. I don't know, that sounds a bit weaker. I feel like it should be in all settlements, but yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it is just the one you select, whatever. But yeah, so this is interesting. Yeah, I'm wondering how quickly you can change these out. I'm assuming you can change them once per turn, but that's just a guess. Okay, Chaos Gifts. Winning battles. Yeah, apologies again for setting the stream up completely wrong and stuff, guys. Sorry, I went to bed late and I kind of rushed and I set it for the wrong time. And then I went to bed, but then I was still awake because I was excited about the news. So like I stayed up till the news came out, and then I went to sleep, but then I got fuck all asleep because I was still awake like hours after I was supposed to be in bed, and so then I slept in and blah. Yeah. So anyway, apologies, just me being a fucking useless prick as usual. But I'm here now. So Dark Fortresses and Vassals. Yeah, this is pretty exciting. Oh, sorry, I didn't miss it. So winning battles grants you souls of your enemies. These souls can be exchanged for great power and demonic reinforcements, as the chapters of Chaos, Champions of Chaos, dedicate them to their patron god or to undivided units of all four gods. So that was this interface here. There's a picture of Azazel looking sexy. And he's got some demonettes of Slaanesh and some Chaos Warriors or Chaos Chosen of Slaanesh, looks like in the background there. Dark Fortresses and Vassals. Yeah, this part is I had trouble getting my head around. Occupying a special Dark Fortress region. Okay, so it's a special region. I guess it's sort of like, I suppose it's sort of like the Bastion stuff that Cathay has, you know? It'll be like a special region that'll have different build options from a normal region, or like an old Norscan outpost or whatever, you know? So it'll be like a special region that's not got the normal normal buildings that a normal region would have. But yeah, so there's only, I'm guessing there's only a limited number of them. They're just these special Dark Fortress regions, most often found in the Chaos Wastes and the Norscan homelands. Enables a champion of Chaos to construct a powerful stronghold. By occupying a Dark Fortress in a Norscan homeland capital, you'll gain the respective Norscan faction as an eternal vassal for as long as you control their homeland. So that's cool. So there's going to be some of these Dark Fortresses scattered around the Chaos Wastes, and there's also going to be some in Norsca. And if that Dark Fortress is a Norscan homeland, then that Norscan faction that homeland is, you get to be their they get to be your vassal. So yeah, I wonder how that works. Like if they get wiped out, like if a Norscan faction gets wiped out except for the Dark Fortress, which you hold, so they're basically completely wiped out. Does that mean they're not wiped out because you still hold their capital, or does you holding their capital include, you know, count as wiping them out, you know? Like if they don't exist on the map at all, and then you take their capital, does that like bring them back to life somehow as a horde or something? Or I mean, I'm guessing not. I'm guessing they have to own another settlement as well as the Dark Fortress, which you've just occupied, and then when you occupy the Dark Fortress, that makes their remaining forces become your vassal, I guess. But yeah, that's really cool. Also, the other problem with the whole Norscan vassals thing, because they sort of did that with the original Warriors of Chaos, like you could kind of vassalize the Norscans, but the Norscans would always go to war with each other, and they would rebel against you, and they would break their alliances all the time, and it was just like a mess. Like there was no point even vassalizing them in the first place. It was super unreliable and meaningless, you know. So now it's like, no, if you own their Dark Fortress, then you own that faction. They're your permanent vassals. So that's really cool. Like I love diplomacy, allies, vassals, all that stuff. Like I think it's such a cool mechanics to interact with. But if you're going to build your whole campaign around the story of, you know, this faction being your vassal or that faction being your ally, like you don't want that relationship to randomly break down for no reason, seemingly out of your control in a nonsensical way. Whereas this way, you know, it's just like locked in. As long as you control that settlement, then you just own it. You know, you own that faction. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Brass Citadel in Hockland will probably be a Dark Fortress. Yeah, you're probably right. That sounds like a good call. Okay, so now I've got this screenshot that's showing Warband upgrades. Actually, we'll read the description first and we'll come back up again. So Warband. So this is another new mechanic. Champions of Chaos recruit all of their forces instantly, either from local provinces or as units granted via Chaos gifts. So it's sort of like, this will be sort of like the Nurgle, the way the Nurgle gets their stuff, I guess. Your mortal units can ascend the ranks of Chaos rising from humble Chaos Marauders all the way to Chosen or Chaos Knights. You can also dedicate them to a specific Chaos God by granting them the Chosen God's Mark of Chaos. Okay, so this is, okay, so in this picture here, they've selected a Marauder. So this is a basic Marauder. And they've selected the Marauder, and then that Marauder's Warband. This little icon here is highlighted. This must be the Warband upgrade icon, I guess. So this plus here is the normal recruitment icon, right? This one there is the Regiments of Renown. Is it? Can't remember now. Don't know what this one is. I guess that's summoning units or something. That's like Chaos God rewards maybe. And this one is your Warband upgrades interface that brings up this window. So it's showing that you can upgrade a Marauder to this unit here, which is a Marauder of Slaanesh, and there's the icon up there. And then once you've upgraded into a Marauder of, or you could upgrade to a Marauder of Slaanesh with Hell Scourges with whips, I guess. And once you've upgraded to a Marauder of Slaanesh, then you can upgrade to this, which is a Warrior of Slaanesh, it looks like. Or you could upgrade to this, which is a Forsaken of Slaanesh. And then from Forsaken of Slaanesh, you can upgrade to Chaos Spawn of Slaanesh. And from Warriors of Chaos, you can upgrade to Chosen of Chaos. Or you can upgrade to Chaos Knights of Slaanesh. Looks like you can't upgrade over to here. So you'd have to already have some Marauder Horsemen, and they would upgrade to Horsemen of Slaanesh, who could then upgrade to like Hellstriders or whatever. There's a Slaanesh Undivided toggle on the right. Oh, thanks a lot, Datus. Yeah, cool. Okay, so this must be Azazel's version of it. So Azazel's only got access to Slaanesh and Undivided. So this is the Slaanesh version, but he could change and click on the Undivided version, and then here, instead of having like, you know, Marauders of Slaanesh, Warriors of Slaanesh, Chosen of Slaanesh, he would have Warriors of Chaos, Chosen of Chaos, no, you know, Undivided Forsaken, Undivided Spawn. That's interesting. Requires technology. Okay, so you've got to unlock technology as well to get access to these. So at first, you know, maybe you'll only be able to upgrade very limited amount, and then you have to upgrade. You have to unlock technology to be able to upgrade them further. There's also these numbers in the top left. Thanks for pointing that out. 1 for Undivided and 3 for Slaanesh. So is that like how many upgrades you've got left that you can use or something? Or is that like how many you've currently got? Or so it looks like down the bottom here you can see he's got 3 warriors of Slaanesh. And 1, like, what's that, Hellstrider of Slaanesh or something? Some Slaanesh cavalry. Then he's got some undivided, looks like undivided hounds, undivided manticore, and he's got some demonettes of Slaanesh. So I guess demonettes don't follow this upgrade system. They just, you just recruit them and they're demonettes, you know, already. And like, I'm guessing dogs and stuff don't follow it either. This is just the mortal followers upgrade path. And yeah, okay, yeah. So there's three undivided marauders down the bottom here. So potentially that means there's. No, I don't think that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what these numbers are up here. Mystery. Got it. Yeah, there's a champion here. Oh, actually, no. This looks like a sorcerer of Slaanesh. Hero that we've got there, because you can see the little spellcaster icon down the bottom here. That's interesting. The second one seems like a warp symbol. Yeah, it looks like a warpy, summony sort of symbol, this icon here. So I'm guessing that's like the instant recruitment pool, kind of like an instant global recruitment pool maybe or something. Or I don't know. No, I reckon that's probably the gifts pool. Yeah, I reckon that's probably the gifts pool. So if you set up something like this, gives you one of these per every 3 turns, and they just go into your gifts pool. And then when you want to claim some of the ones from your rewards, you probably click on that. Because it's got the, excuse me, it's got that circle symbol that looks kind of like similar to this. I don't know, that's just a guess, but yeah. But yeah, so you can recruit either from local provinces or as units granted by Chaos Gifts. I wonder if that means they don't have any global recruitment. They've only got either local or gifts. Maybe you have global recruitment as well. This doesn't actually mention it there though. Your chosen units can ascend the ranks of Chaos, rising from humble Chaos Marauders all the way to Chosen or Chaos Knights. You can also dedicate them to a specific Chaos God by granting them the Chosen's Mark of Chaos. So maybe this number here is like how many marks you've got, like, or something. There doesn't seem to be any particular interface for adding marks to units. I don't know if they're saying that literally you have to add a mark, like that's a mechanic, and you have to actually give them an item or whatever that's a mark, or if they're just saying that, you know, like if you change them into a Chaos Marauder, then they've been granted the Mark of Chaos kind of thing, you know. Yeah. Also, over here is this this circular warpy hexagram symbol. I guess that's how you get into this interface here. Okay, what do we got here? So this is a Chaos Sorcerer's character sheet. Path to Glory. Champions of the Chaos can spend souls on their Chaos Lords and Chaos Sorcerer Lords in order to promote them to Demon Princes. Okay, so this is not for heroes, this is only for Lords. Your heroes and Lords can also dedicate themselves to one of the 4 Chaos Gods, marking themselves and gaining new strengths from their new alignment. Okay, cool. Well, I hope you can only do that once. Like if you can change to like Slaanesh and then change back to Chaos Undivided and stuff like that would be whack. But I mean, there's no reason to think that. Assuming you can only do it once. Turn off Path to Glory notifications for this character. Okay, interesting. Grant this character a mark of chaos to ascend him into a new form. Transformed, the character will be half the rank of their previous form, and all skills will be reset to be chosen again. Any active boons of chaos are lost upon transformation. The cost will decrease the higher the character's level. Okay. So this guy Glixus is currently a Chaos Sorcerer of Shadows. So he's a Chaos Sorcerer of Chaos Undivided. And we've now got the option to spend 2,000 gold to convert him into a Chaos Sorcerer of Slaanesh. And you can either have a Slaanesh Lore of Slaanesh or Slaanesh Lore of Shadows Sorcerer. So that's a one-off thing. Then Boons of Chaos. Didn't say something about... Oh, any active boons are lost upon transformation. Okay, cool. So these boons... So... okay. So we've got these boons here that get unlocked when you do these actions. And if I understand it correctly, the boons just automatically activate as soon as you do the thing. So this one's like successfully use a hero action with this character. So as soon as you successfully use a hero action, he'll instantly get 15% chance of wounding target and movement range, extra block movement range. But then if you put on a mark, they instantly lose half their levels, all their skills get reset, and any active boons are lost. So I wonder if that means that it just resets back to locked again, and then you have to unlock it again. I assume that's what it means. That it relocks them again, and then you got to unlock them. I wonder if it also refreshes the list so that you get different ones. I'm guessing boons like big names for ogres. Yeah, that's kind of the impression I get in Exodus. These are like random. So each time you get a character, they'll get 3 different random boons that they can then unlock using their things. If that is the case and that's random, like big names, that's actually really cool because it means that each one is like unique, you know. I really love like unique character traits for heroes so that you know, one Chaos Sorcerer of Shadows is not exactly the same as another Chaos Sorcerer of Shadows. Like you already get like a starting trait. This guy's I don't know if that's his scaled skin is his trait, right? It doesn't actually say what scaled skin bonus, like what it does, but from the symbol, it looks like maybe it's a combat one, like maybe he's an extra armor or something, or melee defense or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, anyway, not sure. But yeah, they already like every character usually always has an innate trait that they get when you spawn, which is cool, makes them a little bit unique. But now maybe with these names that makes them even more unique. So that's pretty cool. We have a form of character respect. This is good for confederations. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you can sort of use this as if they've got undivided champions, then you can use this to like reset their skill points. But you know, if they're already a Slaanesh Chaos Sorcerer, then you won't be able to, you know, you won't be able to change them, I wouldn't think. So will he be able to transform into a new Chaos Sorcerer or into an Allurus? No, he'll only be able to transform into a Chaos Sorcerer, not into an Allurus. Alluruses are demons. So these are mortal followers of Chaos, as I understand it. They wouldn't be able to change into them. Scaly Skin is missile resist. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. That sounds familiar. So maybe we can't really see it, but I'm guessing his missile resist here is like higher because he's got this scaled skin trait. Okay. Also coming with the Champions of Chaos Lord Pack is a new unit lineup. These new unique units will be available to the Warriors of Chaos and relevant Chaos God factions in both the campaign and custom battles, while a small contingent will also be available to the Demon Prince during his campaign. In custom battles, the 4 Chaos Champions themselves will join in fighting alongside the Warriors of Chaos and their patron gods' forces. These new unique units will be available to the Warriors of Chaos and the relevant Chaos God factions in both the campaign and custom battles, while a smaller contingent will also be available to the Demon Prince during his campaign. Okay, so when they say the Demon Prince, they mean Daniel, the Legions of Chaos faction. But that's, yeah, so I was a bit confused for a second, because there's also now going to be Demon Princes that you can get in the Warriors of Chaos, but they're not the Demon Prince, they're just Demon Princes. So I guess whenever they say the Demon Prince, they mean Daniel, like the Legions of Chaos. But when they say a Demon Prince, I guess they mean the other guys. Anyway, in custom battles, 4 Chaos Gods themselves. Yeah, cool. So the new unique Chaos marked units will be for the Chaos Warriors, but then the relevant Chaos God factions will get all of their own marked units. So Nurgle will get, you know, Nurgle Warriors, Nurgle Champ, Nurgle Chosen, Nurgle Knights, you know, etc., etc. So this is like actually pretty massive roster boost kind of for all of the factions. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm not sure what that is, a Chaos Lord or a Chaos Champion. He looks pretty awesome though. New unique units. Here's a quick look at the units joining the roster, not including a large number of units already available in Warhammer 3. Okay, so this is, yeah, so this is not the whole roster, this is just the new units that are being added. So, Marked Lords. We're getting Chaos Lord of Khorne, Chaos Lord of Nurgle, Chaos Lord of Slaanesh, Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Tzeentch. So they're mixing it up, so Khorne gets a Warrior Lord, Slaanesh gets a Warrior Lord, Nurgle and Tzeentch get Sorcerer Lords. It looks like the Sorcerer Lords are heavily armored, so they still have like 100 armor and stuff. They just won't have as high like melee attack and melee defense and stuff, and they won't have as strong of a combat line and everything, I guess. Chaos War Shrine units, one for each god and undivided. Marked heroes: Exalted Hero of Khorne, Exalted Hero of Nurgle, Chaos Sorcerer of Slaanesh, Chaos Sorcerer of Tzeentch. So kind of like what they do with the Lords, they're mixing it up. Khorne and Nurgle in this case get a melee hero, Slaanesh and Tzeentch get a Chaos Sorcerer. Again, these are not going to be like the super squishy sorcerers like other factions get. They're going to have Chaos Armor and stuff like that, but they're just not going to be as, you know, melee fighty as the other ones are. Now, one thing I was wondering was, what's the current hero that you get in the Warriors of Chaos? Are the current heroes that you get for Warriors of Chaos exalted hero and Chaos Sorcerer? Because yeah, I think like when I first saw this, I thought, oh awesome, there's going to be one extra hero type for each for Warriors of Chaos. So now we're gonna have 3, right? Exalted Heroes and Sorcerers, yeah, but they tricked me. So there's not actually any new hero type. We still only have 2, Exalted Heroes and Chaos Sorcerers. It's just that now you can have different versions of Exalted Heroes and different versions of Chaos Sorcerers. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing for me, because like one of the things I judge like how good a faction is like how many types of heroes that they have. Like for me, four hero types is the baseline. Like for Empire, you have wizards, warrior priests, witch hunters, and captains. Like 4. For Skaven, you actually have like 6 different heroes for Skaven, but they're into like 4 categories. For I don't know, high elves, you have Lawmaster, handmaidens, nobles, and mages, 4, right? So 4 is like the baseline, how many heroes, a proper fully fledged faction should have, as far as I'm concerned, and factions like Warriors of Chaos, they only have 2. Factions like Bretonia, they only have 2. Like they're shit factions, right? Because they only have 2. Like, I mean, there's other factors that make a faction good or bad, but purely on heroes, like only having 2 heroes is bad for me. Like, I don't like that. I want more heroes. But it does kind of give us more variety, maybe Exalted Heroes of Khorne and Nurgle are going to be quite different from the normal Exalted Heroes, and maybe Chaos Sorcerers of Slaanesh and Tzeentch are going to be quite different from the normal sorcerers. Maybe they'll have some extra skills and unique abilities in their skill tree or something. I don't know. And also, hopefully, we're going to get a lot more hero capacity. So, you know, even though we're still going to only have 2 types of heroes, like exalted heroes and sorcerers, maybe it'll be a lot easier to get capacity, so we can get, you know, a lot of heroes floating around the battlefield. You know, and you'll still have some variety because you can go for like at least one. Like you should be like I'm guessing if you're following Slaanesh, then you should be able to get at least like undivided exalted heroes. Well, you won't be able to get exalted heroes of Khorne or Nurgle. You'll be able to get undivided exalted heroes, chaos sorcerers of undivided, and chaos sorcerers of Slaanesh. So you have like 3. I guess so. For like Azazel, I guess you'll have 3 heroes you can get. You know, undivided exalted heroes, not undivided chaos sorcerers, and chaos sorcerers of Slaanesh. But you'll only have 2 like capacity slots. You know, he'll have exalted hero and Slaanesh capacity that he has to increase, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, marked units. Chaos Marauders of Khorne, Chaos Marauders of Khorne with dual weapons, Chaos Marauders of Nurgle, well, yeah, etc. So there's, you know, a normal version and then a special weapon version. Yeah, it's sort of interesting how like Khorne's theme is dual weapons, Nurgle gets great weapons, Slaanesh's special weapon is Hell Scourges or whips, and then Tzeentch gets spears. So I thought that was interesting. Then we get Chaos Warriors of Nurgle, Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh, of Tzeentch. Chaos Warriors of Khorne are not mentioned because they're already in the game, in game 3. We've got Chosen of Khorne with dual weapons. Again, that's their theme of dual weapons. Chosen of Nurgle with great weapons. Slaanesh with Hell Scourges. Chosen of Tzeentch, and Chosen of Tzeentch with halberds. Actually, so there's only just basic Chaos Warriors. That's interesting. So the Marauders and the Chosen have all the different weapon types, but the Warriors don't. No, here you go. You can still clearly see they have Warriors with Hell Scourges. So I think they might have just missed out. I don't know. They might have just missed that out. Yeah, I think there should be Chaos Warriors of Nurgle with great weapons, Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh with Hell Scourges, and Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch with spears as well, just like they were for the other categories. So we've got Forsaken of Khorne, Forsaken... Oh, they're not Forsaken of Khorne already? I guess not. Oh, now we've got Forsaken of Khorne and Forsaken of Slaanesh. We've already got Forsaken of Tzeentch and Forsaken of Nurgle in the game, in Warhammer 3. Marauder Horsemen of Khorne with throwing axes, Marauder Horsemen of Nurgle with throwing axes, Marauder Horsemen of Slaanesh with javelins, Marauder Horsemen of Tzeentch with javelins, Chaos Knights of Khorne. So each type of Chaos Knight's got the melee version and then the lance version. Chaos Chariots of Khorne, Nurgle, Slaanesh, and Tzeentch. Okay. What's coming along with the free DLC? Oh yeah, if anyone's knows of any other news besides this blog that's come out today, besides the blog and the video that we already watched, I might play the video again in a second. Hell Scourge Chaos Warriors. So, what are you saying, Blackwall? And I think it's just a mistake because are you saying like Chaos Warriors of Nurgle, Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh, and Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch are part of the paid DLC that you don't have access to unless you pay for the DLC, but the special versions with Chaos Warriors with with great weapons, etc., are free DLC? That seems pretty weird. A separate marked Chaos Warriors DLC will be available A separate marked Chaos Warriors free DLC will be available for download, further expanding your ranks of Northern Kin. Those units include 3 Chaos Warrior variants. Shit, you're right. Okay, that's pretty whack. But I mean, it's fine. I mean, I don't care because I buy all the DLCs anyway, or Secret Assembly probably give it to me for free. But yeah, I guess, I don't know. I guess that's an okay compromise. We'll come back to that anyway. I'll talk more about that later. Cool. Regiments of Renown. In addition to the Belt Forces, 40 Regiments of Renown are going to be joining. So we get a Skull Crushers of Khorne unit, a Chaos Giant for Nurgle, a Chaos Chariots for Slaanesh, and Severed Claw Aspiring Champions for Tzeentch. I really like the new Aspiring Champions. I'm eager to look to try them out. So they're like kind of like a monstrous unit. They're a small unit of like supercharged Chaos Chosen that have got like, I don't know, I think they've got like 500 hit points each or something. They're like, they do heaps of damage. They're kind of like monstrous infantry, but they've got heavy armor. They don't count as large, so you can't use anti-large halberds on them and stuff like that. They're just like this super tough elite infantry that are like kind of like giants that can like, you know, beat up other characters like as if they're heroes and stuff. So yeah, I really think that's a really cool thematic unit. I'm not sure how much of a use, like how much of a specific role they'll have in the battlefield or whatever, but yeah, I think they're really cool. And these ones are going to have, there's Tzeentch ones, right? So they're going to have barrier and magically imbued here halberds. But yeah, the barrier is kind of cool because the you know, they've got like they're quite tanky and got a lot of health and everything. But with barrier, they'll be even more, you know, they can regenerate and stuff. I don't know, they can regenerate their barrier anyway. I know that's pretty cool. Okay, so this is the Old World update. This is the free LC that everybody gets for free. Finally, an Old World update for the Warriors of Chaos will be free to all owners of Chaos Warriors Race Pack, originally released alongside Total Warhammer in 2015. This update significantly overhauls how the race plays, gifting them with brand new gameplay mechanics available to the champions of Chaos above. That includes Chaos Gifts, Dark Fortresses, Warbands, and Path to Glory. Now, I don't know for sure. I assume this does not mean that if you go back and play Chaos Warriors in Warhammer 1, or if you play Chaos Warriors in Warhammer 2, you won't get any of this stuff. This is just for Warhammer 3, right? For Immortal Empires and Warhammer 3 that you'll be getting all this extra stuff. There's Kolak looking like a giant. Pretty cool picture. Fighting against Reichland by the looks of it. A separate marked Warriors of Chaos free DLC will also be available to download, further expanding the ranks of your Northern kin. These units include 3 Warriors of Chaos variants, Great Weapons for Nurgle, Hell Scourges for Slaanesh, Halberds for Tzeentch. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like a weird choice. I mean, it's kind of, I guess it's an interesting compromise that they just give you some free kind of god-related units for free. Including, you know, weapon variants, so they're probably the most impactful, like, you know, because you get great weapons, Hell Scourges and Halberds. But I mean, they're not really, because Halberds for Tzeentch, like the spears was the Tzeentch thing that was special, wasn't it? We've already got Undivided Warriors of Chaos with Halberds. We don't. The Hell Scourges are cool. We've already got Chaos Warriors with great weapons, but they wouldn't be Nurgle ones. So yeah, these guys might have additional like bonus stats for being Nurgle Chaos Warriors. Basic Chaos gets dual weapons already. No, they don't get dual weapons already. Basic Chaos gets sword, great weapons, and halberds. So it's a bit of a double up there because they'll get halberd. They already have halberds, but now they get Tzeentch halberds, and they already have great weapons, but now they get Nurgle great weapons. And then they have the normal ones with shields, and then they also get the ones with Hell Scourges now. So the Hell Scourges would be like extra super defensive Chaos Warriors, I guess, which is pretty cool. I was just going to see if we could see any unit cards. Oh yeah, here's a unit card for Marauders, so it's not very interesting. We already know what Marauders stat lines are like, basically. This picture is just of the Bastion. Looks like. Is that? That's weird. This kind of looks like the Bastion, but it's aligned. The walls align north-south. Isn't the Bastion like along the north side? Like, if we're looking at the wall, shouldn't we be looking directly south? Confused. Oh, maybe this is in. Oh, sorry. This is probably in the this is Warhammer 3, right? This is Realm of Chaos campaign that we're looking at here, not the Immortal Empires. Yeah, it's Realm of Chaos, yeah, fair enough. I wonder if this kind of upgrade system will be put into place for Bretonia, having a unit going from peasant mob to hippogriff knights. No, definitely will not be. That wouldn't make any sense. Peasants can't become knights. That's the whole thing. That's a dual. It's a dual class like system. You can't ever become a knight if you're a peasant, I believe. Yes, let us talk about how awesome the Khorne Berserker looks like in the trailer. So the guy in the trailer, I believe, is actually not a Khorne Berserker. He's actually a exalted hero of Khorne, I believe. But yeah, let's check that out. There he is. Joan of Arc was knighted. Thank you, Clock Monkey, for that piece of contradictory information. But I feel like that is the exception that proves the rule, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the fact that they explained why Joan of Arc got knighted, and it was like a pretty special occasion, where I think kind of demonstrates the fact that you can't get knighted normally if you're not a knight, not born to it. But I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't improve the rule at all. Maybe it demonstrates that anyone can be a knight, just based completely on merit. You need knights are not necessarily nobles, but you need to be a landed knight to be a noble. Okay, guys. Oh, thanks, main output and Clock Monkey for correcting me on that one. So yeah, so this is the marked exalted hero of Khorne, I believe, and I agree, they do look awesome. Khorne and Slaanesh battling it out. Is that him hanging out with his own tail? Or is that something else? Gonna get a good shot of him. There he is. One thing I don't know, I don't know if it's just me, but one thing, it is his tail, yeah. One thing about Khorne is that all of the Khorne stuff that's featured in Warhammer 3 has this sort of fire motif. And I think we've talked about this before. Maybe I'm just out of touch or whatever, but like, I don't know where this fire motif kind of came from, really. Like, Khorne, like, what the fuck's Khorne got to do with fire? Khorne's about blood and bone and death and murder. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like the tabletop miniatures for Khorne, like the color scheme is like, black, white, red, and brass. There's no like fire. There's no fucking orange and shit. Yeah, I don't know. Like, fire buff is one of Khorne's gifts to his champions. Sure. But like, I don't know. I feel like the fire theme's a little bit overly done, with the Khorne stuff in Warhammer 3. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, I just like to see more blood and less fire on my Khorne. I feel like Slanesh, they've gotten Slanesh really well, but I feel like for me, like the Khorne's a little bit off, but it's still good, still fine, but just, yeah. That was just a little niggle I had. His axes are lightning there? Oh, that's fine then. Rooting for Azazel, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think that a Bretonnian infantry faction should become knights or anything like that. I think, like, even if, you know, a peasant can become a knight, like, it would be a sort of a special occasion, one-off sort of thing. It's not like every peasant would just automatically become a knight, you know. But yeah, so yeah, no, I don't think that would work for Bretonnia. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe it could be somewhere. Maybe peasants could become a foot squire. Yeah, that could work. Or maybe, you know, Knights of the Realm could become Grail Knights one day, or something like that. I feel like that would be reasonable, but I don't know. I mean, you could sort of jam this into Bretonnia somehow if you really wanted to, but nothing like screams to me like, yes, Bretonnia should get this same thing, you know. But yeah, but that's another interesting point though. Like, they quite often recycle mechanics. So now that they've created all these new like mark mechanics for chaos, you know, where else could they use those mark mechanics? Perhaps we'll see some of the stuff in the Chaos Dwarfs when they come in. I don't know, that's just off the top of my head. I can't really imagine how they would figure it out, but do you know what I mean? Maybe Beastmen, like Beastmen could maybe get some marks and stuff going on. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I feel like Beastmen don't really have the same kind of ability to choose like Warriors of Chaos do. Like mortal followers, like human followers, they kind of get to be corrupted, you know, and voluntarily fall to chaos and stuff like that. Whereas I feel like Beastmen in their background, they don't really get the choice, you know, they're just already creatures of chaos, you know. But yeah, I'm not sure how a Beastman becomes like if you're a normal Bestigor, how do you become like a Pestigor or whatever, you know, like a Nurgle Beastman or a Khorngor or whatever, like a Beastman dedicated to Khorne or Zeech or whatever. I'm not just clear on how that happens. But yeah, but I feel like I remember reading somewhere that like basically even though the Beastmen are like the pure children of chaos, and they're like utterly dedicated to chaos, they're like creatures of chaos that are more utterly dedicated to chaos than any other natural species, you know, they're also like, they're not the most favored, you know, like the chaos powers don't really care too much about the Beastmen because they're already like their slaves, you know, whereas the humans, like, they're more delicious because they can take these like untainted humans with free will and then like warp them and twist them and corrupt them and stuff, whereas, you know, you can't corrupt the Beastman because Beastmen are like born utterly corrupted to start with. It's yeah. But yeah, I don't know, it'd be interesting to see if there's any other factions that could get some sort of upgrade mechanic like this. I really like these type of upgrade mechanics, and that sort of feeling of continuity that you get of taking a unit from like nothing and like building them up into these like ultimate champions and stuff. The only thing that I think will really cheapen it and make it completely feel worthless if it's really easy to get access to instantly recruit chosen. So I can imagine there'll be rewards and stuff that you can get where you'll get access to recruit Chaos Chosen, and then, you know, if you've spent, you know, you've got these Marauders that you started off from turn 1 and you managed to upgrade them to Chaos Warriors and you upgraded them to Chosen, and then you maybe even upgraded them to Aspiring Champions or something, you know, whatever, like you all the way through, and they're like, now they're like Gold Chevron Chaos Chosen that you started the game with as Marauders. You've named the unit and all that shit, and then you get the ability to recruit Chaos Chosen, and you've got all these buffs to make them come out at 9 ranks of experience, and so then you just recruit like a whole stack of rank 9 Chaos Chosen in 3 turns, and then it just completely fucks that feeling of like having raised that unit all through the campaign, you know what I mean? So that's one thing I'm really hoping with this, that either they make it impossible to recruit high level mortal followers, you have to level them all up from 0, or they make it like hard to recruit the higher level ones, you know. So you can still maybe get them, but they're not easily accessible, and they're limited, and you know, so there's still, yeah, they need to like maintain that value that you get from raising them up from nothing, rather than, you know, just making it throw away, you know. I don't know, that's just, yeah, one thing. Like, that's one thing I hate about experience in general. Like, I hate how, you know, you get these units and you level them up with experience, and later on you get the ability to just recruit them already with rank 9 experience chevrons. It just negates that whole feeling of progression that you got from leveling up your dudes. I don't know, yeah. I'm just going to do another, so we just finished going through the blog. I just want to do another pass on the whole thing again, a bit quicker this time, but just in case I, you know, anything else pops up. And yeah, and if anyone's, if there's any other news or anything that anyone's found, that come across, or anything that I've missed that's, you know, obvious to you guys, that's not obvious to me, then yeah, please let me know. Hey, Jealous, how you going? You see how the Slaanesh Temptress looks like? It's all the Mirage and Temptation in that Slaanesh workbook. Oh, sorry, you're talking to somebody else, right? Commoner could become a knight in reality. In Bretonnia, no way. Plus, not any commoner could become a knight. You had to be able to afford the arms, etc. first of all. Okay, so it's a bit like in theory you could become a knight, but it's like pretty hard because you need to be rich, and you can't be rich if you're a commoner, kind of thing. That kind of makes sense. I guess I imagine you would have to do something fairly heroic on the battlefield or whatever to be knighted as well. Anyway, all right. So Champions of Chaos. 4 new Warriors of Chaos Legendary Lords. So yeah, we already pretty much know who they are. You can look up, you know, Great Book Grudges videos to talk about who well they are, but they'll be telling us about them in the next few days. I think there's so there's Azazel, obviously, there's Valkia, Festus, I think was the other one, the Nurgle one, and the Changeling, I think, is the Zeech one. They all look really cool. I'm excited about all of them. Yeah, Azazel seems pretty cool. For some reason, I actually kind of like Azazel a lot better than Nakari. Maybe it's because he's a bit more masculine, even though he's still like freaky and Slaanesh-y. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of demons in general. I much prefer mortal heroes and mortal champions. But yeah, Azazel's pretty cool. I think I like him a bit more than Nakari. So yeah, Zanbaijin. So I think Liz said where that was. Where did you say it was, Liz? There's a comment here somewhere. Oh, maybe that comment's gone away now. On the Kedatha Plateau. Where the fuck's the Kedatha Plateau? I'm gonna look. What am I looking up? Warhammer 3 map. Yes. I might want to look at that later. Although they don't have the names on them, do they? Oh yeah, this looks like it does have the names on it. Kedatha. Okay, Kedatha's there. All right. So is this is where we're thinking it is going to be? This is the Immortal Empires map though. Where's the Warhammer 3 map? So? No, that's not it. Where's the Warhammer 3 map? Can't even find it. Oh, anyway, that's alright. That's fine. Whatever. That gives you a rough idea. So it's like, yeah, it's like near Archeon starts like here, I think. So Kedatha's like, yeah, kind of near where he is. So I wonder if it's going to be, yeah, I wonder if this Kedatha, if this Baijin thing is going to be there in Immortal Empires or not. The way that It's a peak with a ruined city on top of it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I mean, the way that they describe it in here, it sounds like it's a campaign mechanic just for Realm of Chaos, to me, because and master the new narrative-driven campaign mechanics that will unearth the fabled path to Zanbaijin. Does it talk about Zanbaijin again? Here we go. The Champions Campaign. In the ancient city of Zanbaijin, the seven chaos have clashed for millennia. The souls of those in battle of self, fallen city, blah blah. Ursun's Roar. Yeah, the fact that it references Ursun's Roar kind of makes me think that it must be just for the Realm of Chaos. It says it's not connected with the Bear storyline, so it's sort of like in the Vortex campaign, how there was those other factions that weren't involved in the hunt for the Vortex, like the Tomb Kings and stuff. They're still on the map, but they're just doing their own thing. They don't give a shit about the Vortex. Like I think this is like going to be, you know, it's going to be like this main mechanic of whatever this campaign is only going to be for the Realm of Chaos map, but then like it'll be going on at the same time as the other factions that are trying to get also Ursun's Soul, but the Warriors of Chaos won't care about Ursun's Soul. So the correct ritual, yeah, see, it's sort of like a ritual mechanic, like, yeah, this sounds very much like a narrative campaign specific type thing that would just be for Warhammer 3, not for Immortal Empires. Correct ritual have the power to shatter it completely. The Meridian of Warrior Souls, Bygone Era is right for the claiming. However, it's not an easy place to reach. Yeah, I know. I'm just as a guess, but I'm guessing like Zanbaijin will be on the map for Immortal Empires, but you won't have this whole like campaign mechanic thing going on. It may still be preserved in Immortal Empires. For example, the books of Nagash for TK also reference the Vortex as weakening the seal in the Black Pyramid, and the books still are anyway. Yeah, actually, that's a good call. Actually, yeah, that's a really good call. Good, well, yeah, good point pointing that out, Ruffle. Like, so, yeah, like, even though, like, the example I was using of the Tomb Kings, they actually do have, like, even though the Tomb Kings don't follow the Realm of Chaos, they don't follow the Vortex campaign mechanics in Vortex. They have their own Books of Nagash mechanic, but in Immortal Empires they still have their Books of Nagash mechanic. So and Eltharian's special campaign also works in both Vortex and Immortal Empires. Yeah, good call. Okay, so yeah, so I guess that doesn't necessarily mean it won't be in Immortal Empires as well. Although Ursun's Roar has shaken the world and Altar Seal has become fragile. Okay, but they did say that Warhammer 3 is like a precursor to Immortal Empires, so we can assume that all the stuff about Ursun's Roar and all that did happen in this timeline before Immortal Empires. So I guess that could still have happened, and the altar could still be fragile and whatever. So basically, you find the altar, you get it, and then you get heaps of souls. Will you take out the mantle of Champion of Chaos, slay your enemies, collect their souls, make your way to the ancient city of Zanbaijin, perform the ritual. When the altar of souls is within your grasp, you'll change the balance of the power between the Chaos Gods forever. Yeah. Actually, it kind of, now that I think about it a bit more, it kind of makes sense, because like if you're a servant of the Chaos Gods and you're in Immortal Empires, right? Like just say you're playing as like Cathaya or whatever. Maybe your campaign goal is to conquer, you know, large swathes of the world and set up a huge trade empire or something, you know? So you want to go out and conquer everything, you know? Maybe you're the High Elves, you've decided that the High Elf master race should retake over the whole world and reestablish the glory days of the ancient times or whatever. So they go out and conquer the whole world or whatever. Now, like, but if you're a servant of the Chaos Gods, like Chaos Gods, like Warriors of Chaos are essentially religious zealots, you know? Their primary focus of their whole existence is the worship of the Chaos Gods, right? So even though that often manifests itself in invading the realms of mortal men and fucking killing and burning everything, like they're not really seeking material like advantage out of it, you know, like they're not conquering these lands to get rich lands so they can become wealthy or to, you know, assert temporal power over the world. You know, they're doing it for the glory of their chaos gods. So it kind of makes sense that they would still have some sort of other mechanic that represents them winning, that's like nothing to do with the world. You know, it's just like how many souls they've given to their god or whatever. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm interested to get a confirmation on that, whether this is the same mechanic works in both Realm of Chaos and Immortal Empires or not. Maybe if we go back down to the free LC part. So it says, what does it say? Old world update, blah blah, significantly overhauls, gifting them the brand new gameplay mechanics available to the champions Chaos above, aka Chaos gifts, dark fortresses, war bands, path to glory. Okay. Oh no, path. Wait up. So wait up. Which is which? So warbands. So warbands is the upgrade mechanic where you upgrade marauders into Chaos warriors. So path to glory is the don't they invade to kill people? I don't know. I'm not really sure why they invade. Yeah, I guess they invade to kill people and burn stuff and like wreck everything. Dark fortresses for 40k? No, they're not called dark fortresses. They're called Blackstone fortresses. In 40k, different thing. So which does it say? Which ones? What's the path to glory? Does it which? Here we go. Path to glory. Champions spends promote demon princes. Okay, so path to glory has nothing to do with this campaign mechanic. Path to glory is how characters can upgrade into a new type of character. You know, they can become demon princes, right? So this is I'm guessing the demon prince thing will be like kind of like this, how you can put marks of chaos on your heroes, but for a lord you'll be able to like, you might be able to put a mark on a lord as well, but then there might be another thing like this where you can upgrade to become a demon prince once you've got enough souls or something. Yeah, spend souls. So what's Dark Fortresses and Vassals, Chaos Gifts, Prologue. Yeah, so this whole thing here, I don't know what this is called. I guess we call it the Path to Zanbaijin. So it does not say anything about the Chaos Warriors getting the Path to Zanbaijin or whatever it's called. And it doesnwhat say about the original Warriors of Chaos being added into Realm of Chaos either. So you know, what do you call it? Archaon, Sigvald, and Kolek, the original Warriors of Chaos Lords, they're presumably not going to be added into Warhammer 3. They're not going to be doing the Path to Zanbaijin and in Warhammer 3. And if they get added into, and when they get added into Immortal Empires, I'm guessing from this they don't get the Path to Zanbaijin. It doesn't say anything about it here. You know, it just says they get Chaos Gifts, Dark Fortresses, Warbands, Path to Glory mechanic. So all the mechanics, but not the narrative campaign. So yeah, no, I feel like that's a little bit of evidence saying it's not going to be added into Immortal Empires. But you know, as numerous people have pointed out, thanks guys. You know, other factions that were added to the Vortex did get to keep their special mechanics in the Immortal Empires map. So I know jury's still out on that, I guess. Yeah, so Azazel, we're just looking at his special abilities. So what's he missing out of the... Because I noticed with Sigvald, he seemed to, when they were explaining about Sigvald, he seemed to be pretty much the same sort of thing as what Azazel's got going on here. So Sigvald can also seduce units. Sigvald can also get seductive influence and dominate enemy factions and give gifts of Slaanesh and stuff like that. So yeah, so I guess that's just like the template for a Chaos Warrior champion of Slaanesh. So I was just sort of wondering, like, what's the essential difference between a Warriors of Chaos faction and a Demons of Slaanesh faction? And I guess the difference is that Sigvald gets access to Slaaneshi units like Demonettes, but Azazel just gets Slaaneshi mortal units. Now, Azazel gets Slaaneshi Demonettes as well. You can see him in one of these screenshots. Maybe he has different access, but yeah, you can see there he's got Slaanesh Demonettes right there. But maybe he only got them as a gift or something. Maybe he can't recruit them normally or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, you're saying like it actually listed that as a... Did it actually list like... yeah, I think you're right, actually, Bluth. Yeah, I think it in Sigvald's like description or whatever, it actually listed like ability to recruit Demonettes or something like that. Whereas it doesn't actually say anything about that in here. But I'm guessing both of them can get demons as chaos gifts. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I was going to say, so it seems like the essential difference between Demons of Slaanesh Demons of Chaos factions and Warriors of Chaos factions is the these special mechanics. Where am I? Yeah. So so Chaos Gifts, Dark Fortresses, Warbands, Path to Glory. So Demons of Chaos don't get any of this stuff, right? You can't upgrade your lords into demon princes. You can't upgrade your marauders into you can't upgrade your marauders into Warriors of Chaos. You can't upgrade your Warriors of Chaos into Chosen. You can't take over Dark Fortresses and vassalize the Norscans. And you can't do Chaos Gifts. Which one was Chaos Gifts again? And you can't do Chaos Gifts. So yes, the Warriors of Chaos, they've got this sort of theme, which is all about like mortal followers getting more into Chaos, mortal followers getting marks, mortal followers dedicating themselves, spending souls, mortal followers being vassalized and stuff like that, whereas the Demons of Chaos are more like, we've got lots of demons and we just recruit human followers as well, but they're just like troops that they recruit. They don't really get into caring about upgrading them or any of that sort of stuff. You just recruit the ones that they want. So I don't know, that's pretty cool. Of course Slaanesh has still got a lot of vassalization mechanics, but not the special Warriors of Chaos one. Warriors of Chaos are probably specialized in mortal units and Demons of Chaos in demons. Yeah, sure. That's probably a fair description, Blackwell. But I think like what I was just saying there is like it's specifically that's the difference. Like specifically, Warriors of Chaos gets all of these special mechanics built around upgrading, dedicating, and etc. for mortal units. Demons don't get that stuff. They just are, you just recruit what you want, and that just is, you don't need to like modify it or anything. Although Demons of Chaos will get the ability to have normal and marked units, I believe. So if you're playing as Scarbrand, you could get Warriors of Chaos, Warriors of Khorne, or you could get the Warriors of Undivided, I think, as well, maybe. Not sure how that works. So I wonder if there's marks of Undivided as well. How that works. Like if Scarbrand recruits a Warrior of Chaos, is it like Khornate Warriors of Chaos by default, and then he puts a mark on it to make it Undivided? Or yeah, I'm not sure how that works. So with this Zanbaijin, I don't know. I kind of get the feeling that it's... I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I kind of suspect that maybe it's just for Realm of Chaos campaign, but I don't know. Maybe it is. I feel like it would be appropriate to put it into the Immortal Empires campaign as well, like I was saying before, because, the Warriors of Chaos are kind of these you know, religious focused faction basically. So it would kind of make sense that even though they've got this ginormous world to conquer, and they probably will conquer the world, like their actual main focus is dedication to the gods, and they only conquer the world as a way of getting the souls to dedicate to the god. It's not really because they want to conquer the world particularly, you know, that kind of, that, I guess that's kind of where I'm going with that. So yeah, so this is interesting. So yeah, so you've got, I wonder if every faction gets 7 slots like this. So yeah, so Azazel got 4 Slaanesh gifts that he can have going at any one time, and 3 undivided gifts that he can have going at any one time. So I wonder if, like, for Archaon, he might have like 3 undivided in the middle, and then have 1 for each, like 1 Khorne, 1 Nurgle, 1 Slaanesh, 1 Tzeentch he can put into around the outside. Obviously you unlock these with technology, I guess. So at first he's only got 2, like 1 Slaanesh and 1 undivided, and he can get more as they go. I wonder if, like, different factions will have different amounts as well. Like maybe apparently Archaon gets 1 of each around the outside. Yeah, that's what I was just guessing. Yeah. So yeah, so this one might be Khorne, this one might be Nurgle, this one might be Tzeentch for Archaon, you know. I wonder if they all get 3 for undivided. Maybe Archaon would get like 4 for undivided, and then get 4 on the outside as well, so you could actually have like 8 or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Sotek said that was in the press release notes. Oh, was there press release notes? Oh yeah, right. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that stuff though. I could have, actually, that's a good idea. I could have a look at my information I got from CA and see if there's anything like in there that, you know, is interesting, and also that I would be allowed to share. I would have get this. Sotek would get different notes to me because he's a partner and I'm not. So he might have more information that I don't have. But yeah. Just trying to see if there's anything about Zanbaijin and whether it's like in Immortal Empires or not. No, it's, I don't know, it's very short, the email. It doesn't really say, it doesn't explain anything really. Yeah, my one doesn't have any information about Archaon or anything. So yeah, I think this is different. I think that the partners must have gotten like additional information that we didn't get. So yeah, I don't know anything about that. Sorry guys. You might have to go and try and trick Sotek into breaking his NDA more. But no, don't do that, obviously. Kolic is not a beastman, he is a dragon ogre. Yeah, that is correct, I believe. I don't know if he particularly has any particular connection to beastmen or gives a shit about them. Archaon apparently has all of the mark options for every god. You'd expect that anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I thought it's interesting that like I wonder, like, I don't know, I kind of feel like, so they could, so how this has got Slaanesh, right? 3 different Slaanesh marks that you can put on here, 4 different slots for Slaanesh marks. Like I imagine with Archaon, it's going to be, you know, 4 different gods. So you'll see the pictures here for Khorne, Tzeentch, Nurgle, Slaanesh, right? But I kind of feel like it shouldn't be like that. Like, instead of having only the option to put 1 for each, he should have the option to have, he should have 4 slots, and he should be able to choose randomly. So you could have like 4 Khorne, 4 Slaanesh or whatever. But I don't know. It's like, I think like the whole thing of Chaos Undivided is that he has to make sure that he balances all of the gods equally and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. Maybe I'm making things too complicated, but I guess what I'm saying is, instead of him being locked into having 1 gift for each god, like, he should be able to have whatever combination he wants. But like, if he put like all 4 into Khorne, then he would like cease to be Chaos Undivided and start shifting towards Khorne, and then he would like get destroyed or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, there should be like, I feel like with that, with Chaos, you know, there should always be like that feeling of like,
you know, it's sort of on a knife's edge, you know, like you're headed towards glory, but if you fail, then you're going to become a gibbering chaos spawn and lose your sanity and your soul for eternity. Like, there should always be that, like, yeah, it's going to go really well or it's going to go really bad, and you never quite know, you know. You live this ultimate life of glory, but also extreme hazard, you know, like extremely hazardous. The fickle gods of chaos. Cool looking interface though. It's all according to Zeech's plan, indeed. Damn, I want to play this so much already. Right there with you, Jose. I also want to play this so much already. Winning battles grants you the souls of your enemies. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, this is not really a criticism. Like I'm just noting it. That you can only win favor with your gods by taking the souls of enemies. I imagine they'll use it in game. Like, even though the currency is souls, I'm guessing you'll get souls for doing other stuff besides just murdering people. Like, you know, there'll be like a dilemma from Slaanesh, and it'll be like, do you want to do this, you know, take part in this sick orgy, and you'll get heaps of extra souls for it, for Slaanesh or whatever, you know, maybe stuff like that. Maybe you can get souls for, like, what I'm saying is, like, in Warhammer, like in real life or whatever, in the law, I guess you would say, you know, you can get more dedication to a particular god through many other methods besides just killing people, you know. Well, unless you worship Khorne, obviously, then you can pretty much only do it by killing people. Well, no, I guess with Khorne, you're primarily killing people, but you're also exemplifying, like, the warrior ethic, honor, martial pride, courage. You know, there's a lot of other, like, things that you would want to do, but you need to be killing people, you know. I guess that's the essential thing. But with Slaanesh, you know, it's all about excess. Killing people is really probably more secondary, you know. It's not really necessarily required, you know. It's more about seeking that excess, that, you know, the new experiences, and being dedicated to the path of excess, you know. With Zeech, I guess it's all about, I don't know, knowledge and being sneaky and having plans. I don't know. I'm not really sure what. How do you dedicate yourself, Slaanesh? I guess just doing magic. Like, it's not Slaanesh. Zeech is the patron god of magic, I think. So, you know. Anyway, long story short, yeah. So I thought it was a bit of a simplification of having it only being souls that they collect. But sure, I mean, whatever. That's fine. Like, I'm sure they will represent other stuff besides killing things. It's just that the currency you'll get for it will be souls. The amount of reinforcements. Yeah, so that was the other thing I was wondering about. So it says that you recruit all your units instantly, and in other examples of instant recruitment, like in Thrones of Britannia and like with Nurgle, like when you instantly recruit, your units come in like damaged, like they come in like with only, you know, 30% health or whatever, and then you have to replenish them. But then again, in other examples of instant recruitment, like undead, raised dead mechanic, you know, regiments of renown, mercenaries, like when you get those units, they come out with full health. So yeah, I'm wondering, wondering whether what the deal is with that. Do they come out with full health or do they come out damaged? Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing in this to really indicate whether or not they, when you recruit them, they come out with full health or not. It doesn't say anything about them having low health, so I guess they just come out full strength, but not 100% sure. Azazel looks very powerful and majestic. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd use exactly those adjectives, but yeah, he looks pretty cool. I'm not really sure how to describe him, but I think he looks pretty awesome though. Yeah, definitely. It's not really my type of dude, exactly. You know, like it's not probably my champion that I would choose. I really like the look of the Zeechin champion, the changeling. He looks awesome. What's the other the Khorne champion, Valkia? I haven't really seen what Valkia is going to look like yet. I haven't seen the changeling either, but I've seen like the miniature. It looks pretty cool. He looks like an edgy playboy. Yeah, kind of an edgy playboy demon with goat boy legs. I'm not sure which. Yeah, I think the changeling because he's most like a humanoid, even though he's got some crazy mutations. And Valkia is kind of borderline. She's a bit kind of wingy and demony for me. But I'm really looking forward to the marked chaos lords and champions, exalted heroes and stuff. They look really cool. Imagine they'll be able to they'll be releasing the other 3 champions as one a week to build up the hype, sate curiosity until Immortal Empires drops in a month. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. I can post some Valkia art in the Discord later though. Yeah, go for it, Jesus. No, like I know what Valkia looks like. I'm saying I don't know what Valkia's model is going to look like in the game. I haven't seen any art, like I haven't seen any in-game art for any of the champions yet. I've only seen like, you know, the Warhammer Fantasy Battles art for them and the miniatures and stuff. But I'm saying, yeah, just going by the miniatures, I feel like the changeling one is the closest to like a mortal, like just warrior of chaos, you know, in armor and stuff. So that's probably like the kind of character that I'd prefer. Whereas Valkia sort of is, but she's got wings, so it makes her a little bit like, you know, a bit too demony for me. But she's still probably going to be favorite, I guess. I don't know. I don't know which one will be my favorite. I'm hoping the changeling is my favorite because I really want to get into Tzeentch, but I don't like demons much, so like Kairos is not really my jam. But I think Warriors of Chaos with lots of you know, knights and chosen with energy shields, I feel like that could be pretty good. Always Tzeentch, yeah. Tzeentch is like, I don't know, I feel like Tzeentch is not really a very magnetic, like a very magnetic god. Like Tzeentch is the least charismatic of the gods, in my opinion. Like Slaanesh, like love him or hate him, you know, Slaanesh is very like in your face, like, you know, lots of personality, big personality, you know what I mean? Like really in your face, you know. Slaanesh needs no introduction, you know. Khorne, fucking murder, death, slaughter, carnage, berserker, you know. Khorne's really like, it's just, you know what he's about. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's not making any apologies for who he is or what he wants. He just wants skulls, you know. Like, you know, you can get behind it. Nurgle, grandfather Nurgle, you know, everyone loves him. It's like Father Christmas of Warhammer Fantasy Battles. You know, Nurglings picking their nose with like slime coming out of them and everything. You know, all of the other Chaos gods have got this real like strong, charismatic kind of personality about them, you know? Whereas Tzeentch is just like, he does magic and shit. He's just fucking has schemes, like fucking whatever, dude. You know, he doesn't really have as strong a personality as the others, but actually that's kind of what I like about him. Like I feel like Tzeentch is one that's more closer to Chaos Undivided than the other 3. But yeah, anyway, this is all probably heresy. But yeah, no, I think the changelings that I'm looking forward to so far, just purely on aesthetics, nothing else. Yeah. But I think Sigvald will be good for me as well because Sigvald's, you know, a warrior. Yeah, yeah. Long story short, I favor the humans that like walk on 2 legs, don't have wings, and you know have faces. Oh, they don't have to have faces actually. They just have to have armor. Yeah, if they've got humanoid armor and 2 legs, then that's my jam. And no wings. Chaos War Shrines. So we've already seen. Wait up. Don't we already have War Shrines of Khorne, or is that a different unit? What's the? Yeah, isn't it a War Shrine? What's the like vehicle thing that you can get currently for Khorne? Is that not called a War Shrine, or is that something else? Getting confused. I thought that. Yeah, isn't that like single entity that you can get for Khorne now? That's got regeneration and stuff. Isn't that called a War Shrine? Blood Shrine. Oh, Altar of Khorne. Both of those sound familiar. Yeah. Blood Altar? Fuck it. Yeah, that sounds right as well. They all sound right. War Shrine and Mammoth? No, that's Norsca, that's different. But anyway, okay, so it's a different unit, right? So we're going to have a Chaos War Shrine that's going to be different from those existing things. I wonder what that's going to be look like. I'm interested to see what a War Shrine looks like. I wonder if we can see, maybe we should have a look at this video in a second and just go through and see if there's anything in the background that we can check out. Oh yeah, like jet black skull crushers, that sounds pretty hot. Dig that. So look at these campaign things again. Prologue, Zanbaijin. Yeah, I'm sort of going to ignore this Zanbaijin thing because I don't really know how that's going to play out. But so yeah, gifts. So yeah, we start off with 1 or 2 slots. We unlock more slots through technology. We have these gifts. Oh yeah, so these gifts, as far as we know, these are the same for everybody. Like so, like you know, Furies of Chaos. Like 500 cost, 50 upkeep. That's like just a standard gift that every single Chaos follower, like every single Warrior of Chaos, is going to have access to this from turn 1. Like we're going to see that over and over again. Excuse me. Or does every time you play you get like a random selection of gifts? Is that how it works? There's nothing to indicate this list changes, so maybe this is just standard, like you know, this is your basic, like we're scroll to the top of the list here. So I think like, so maybe it's just like you know, everyone gets a Furies of Chaos, everyone gets Ruinous Bulwark, everyone gets Raiders Remit, everyone gets Horrifying Presence, etc. But if we scroll down, then we'd probably get into the Slaanesh area, and there'd be different ones, and maybe not every guy. Like Scarbrand won't have access to Slaanesh gifts, Nakari won't have access to Khorne gifts, etc. Obviously, but yeah, I wonder if apart from that, everyone gets access to the same list of whatever lists that they have access to. War Shrine in the first picture. This picture. Oh, this is the War Shrine here. Okay, cool. So it's kind of like a Volkmar Pimpwagon type situation. So is that that's a Chaos Undivided War Shrine, I guess? Doesn't seem to be anything particularly Slaanesh-y about it. It's kind of a bit of a Nurgle-y vibe almost, but that guy's staff, is that actually, that guy's staff looks like a Slaanesh. Looks like a Slaanesh symbol on his staff, like a stylized Slaanesh symbol. Oh, so this is Undivided one, you reckon? It's not a Slaanesh one. What else we got going on here? We got Chaos Knights of Slaanesh. Shield motif looks like Slaanesh, pink. Marauders of Slaanesh. That Marauder of Slaanesh looks cool. It looks like Buff-Az. Chaos Chosen of Slaanesh. I like the Chaos Chosen of Slaanesh look cool. I was worried they were going to be too, like, you know, half naked and stuff like that, and they wouldn't be like super heavy infantry. Like, you know, like I love heavy infantry, so I'm happy that the Slaanesh Chosen are like still super heavy infantry. They're not, you know, not like half naked or anything. Apparently you see a War Shrine in the trailer, so I'll check this out. Does anyone know the timestamp of when the War Shrine shows up? No, I didn't see anything. The eight-pointed banner is the Chaos symbol of Chaos Undivided, but it looked like the guy had a banner in his hand that was that has a thing in his hand that was a Slaanesh one, but I don't know, it wasn't clear. Supposed to be a wash run here somewhere. Rah. Azazel does look majestic, doesn't he? He looks like Satan. He looks like a fallen angel. Yeah, that's what Azazel does look like. He looks like Satan. Like Be'lakor doesn't look like Be'lakor is more like a demon, you know, whereas Azazel has got those eyes, that charisma. He's trying to charm you. About 17 seconds in. Oh, this is it here on the left-hand side here. How do we know it's the Slaanesh one? I think that's the same one. I think that's the same one that was in the static picture that I was looking at before. You can tell it has Slaanesh because it has tentacles. They're not tentacles, they're horns. By the looks of it. I mean, maybe they're tentacles. They don't wiggle though, they're static. Tusks, yeah, they're like tusks, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this exact thing that is what we were seeing in the trailer. But yeah, I was sort of looking at this and I'm like, okay, so this is kind of like a Chaos Undivided, like eight arrows of Chaos type situation. It's actually got 16 arrows, but yeah, they're like 8 main ones. And then, but then this symbol here, like, it kind of looks like it could be a stylized, Slaanesh symbol on his staff. But this guy is like all kind of fat looking and stuff. Doesn't look like a Slaanesh follower. So I don't know, I'm kind of guessing that's not a Slaanesh symbol. I mean, it looks very much like a Slaanesh symbol to me though. I don't know. I feel like this is, yeah, I don't know, it doesn't like look at this face here. It's not very Slaanesh-y. I don't know. I'm a bit torn on that. I don't know if it's a Slaanesh one or not. But yeah. I don't know. Could be undivided, could be Slaanesh, not too sure. I mean, there's an undivided symbol there, clearly. It's 8 arrows of chaos, you know. And I feel like if it was a Slaanesh one, there'd be like Slaanesh, you know, like if when the Chaos Gods dedicate something to a Chaos God, they're usually not fucking shy about it, you know what I mean? It's like, it'll be plastered with tentacles, genitals, and Slaanesh symbols and shit, you know. His faction and Lord traits are powerful. What did he get again? Yeah, I feel like this 80 plus 80 with Cathay, Empire, Kislev, and Cathay is going to be pretty strong. Yeah, I feel like that must be the War Shrine of Undivided, but I'm not 100% sure. Vassals gain immune to psychology and spread corruption. Immune to psychology. I wonder how much of a big deal that is. I guess it's good if you're fighting against vampires. I guess it's good if you're fighting against demons, really. That's all human factions. Yeah, that's right. It's all human factions, exactly. Well, it's not Southern Realms. Kislev, Empire, Kislev, Cathay, and Bretonnia. Yeah, it doesn't include Southern Realms, Border Princes, Estelia. Passive ability, Domineering Aura. What was the Domineering Aura? Did we find out what that was? Seduce units cost minus 20%, plus 25%. Does Nakari have a does Nakari have like a base seduce units cost reduction or seduce units increase? amount. I can't remember. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is like more powerful than Nikari's seduce units ability, or about the same, or what. I kind of feel like Nikari's got a bonus either to cost or to budget, but I can't remember which, or if maybe neither. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm thinking Azazel's going to start in Hockland. He's going to fill the void left by Manfred. Maybe. Nikari can buff his seduce units by about 50%, I think it was. Oh, so you can buff it by 50% in like with skill tree and whatever else, but Nikari doesn't start off with any innate, like he doesn't have a lord effect or a faction bonus that gives him an innate bonus to seduction from the start. So okay, so that means if that's true, then I guess that means that Azazel's going to be like innately better at seducing at least human factions than Nikari. I guess Nikari's more specialized towards fighting elves, I guess, because he's always invading Ulthuan, maybe. Is anyone interested in the Realm of Chaos campaign? Like, I don't know. I'm reading this part about this ancient city of Zanbaijin. Like, unless it's in Immortal Empires, like, I'm like, do I even care? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't, and I'm not trying to be mean. Like, I'm not trying to belittle the effort that CA has done by creating this, you know. And I think that it would be, you know, it's definitely the right thing to do. Like, it would be, you know, really wrong to add Warriors of Chaos to Warhammer 3 and not give them like a really cool narrative campaign to go along to, you know, rival the Urson campaign, or to be same level or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, realistically, for most of us, like all of the kind of fans of that have been following the series, like, we've already played around with Warriors Realm of Chaos. Most people, I think, are well and truly ready to get into Immortal Empires, don't want to play Realm of Chaos anymore, don't plan to really ever touch it ever again as soon as Immortal Empires comes out. So I kind of feel like, yeah, as much as I was saying, it sort of seems to me like this is going to be Realm of Chaos only. It kind of feels like a bit of a waste if they're only putting it in Realm of Chaos, because, you know, the majority of the fans probably are not going to really play with it that much. But I don't know. I'd be interested to see how the Zanbaijin stuff goes, but otherwise, little intrigue left in Realm of Chaos. So each realm and final battle stripped away the replayability, I feel. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it'd be sort of a shame if they don't put something about this into the main game, but I don't know. It depends what it is. Like, maybe I'll hate it anyway, and I'll be glad that it's not getting anywhere near my Immortal Empires. I don't know. But I don't know. It doesn't really tell you anything. Like are you guys getting any sense of what it is or what's cool about it? Like, I'm not like really, like, I'm getting, it sounds cool, like ancient cities, battles, whatever. But like, this doesn't really tell me anything about why this path to Zanbaijin is cool or fun to interact with, or like, does it give me cool units? Does it give me items? Does it give me does it let me do cool stuff? Is there a cool area of the map where I can do, like, you know, like if it was like some kind of crazy like Mordheim like map where you could send warbands into the city and there'd be like a zoomed in kind of like city map where you fight in there or something, or what, I don't know, whatever, you know, like something like I could imagine cool stuff that it could be, but this doesn't tell me anything about it, so I don't really understand why I care about this thing. So yeah, I'd be interested to find out what's going on with that. It's an old lore thing, so Tech said, no, I'm getting that it's a cool thing and everything, but I'm saying, like, what is it in the game? Like, when you actually go into the game and you interact with this, like, what happens? You know what I mean? Does like an interface come down and I click on stuff? Is it like a special battle map that I go into? Is it like a diplomatic thing, or do you know what I mean? Like what is it? Like I like this. Like, I'm not talking about like what is it in the lore. I'm talking about what is it in the game. Like, this doesn't tell me anything about it. So I don't know whether I care about it or not, basically. But yeah. So yeah, gifts. We reviewed that already. Dark Fortresses and Vassals. Yeah, I'm super excited about this. The other thing I would have liked to know more about is like if Dark Fortresses, like what the actual Dark Fortress building's like I would have liked to see a picture like this with the Dark Fortress actual building browser and stuff like that. See what sort of buildings you can build there. Like, do they have, I assume they have walls. I assume they're major settlements, not minor settlements. These Dark Fortresses, I mentioned they're going to be kind of like capital cities. Are they going to be like 10 slot capital cities? Yeah, I don't know. I'm really interested to finding out more about the Dark Fortresses, because especially since like Warriors of Chaos have been like a horde for so long, and like, you know, them not being a horde is like a great relief now, and I'm really interested to see, you know, what them not being a horde anymore looks like, you know. Occupying a special Dark Fortress region. Oh yeah, so the other thing I was wondering about was, can they only occupy Dark Fortresses? That was like one of the things I was suspecting they might do with Chaos Warriors, to give them sort of like a sort of like to change them from being a full horde to being like a, not a horde, but having restricted conquest capabilities, kind of like how Norsca can only take over coastal settlements or faction capitals. But they walked that back with Norsca. Apparently, Norsca are no longer going to have that restriction where they can only settle coastal settlements and faction capitals. They're now going to be able to settle anywhere like a normal faction. So I feel like if, you know, Norsca had a relatively tame limitation on them. At least they weren't like a full horde. At least they could still, you know, settle coastal factions, coastal regions, and stuff like that. But if even that CA felt was too restricted, and they got rid of that, like, it seems like unlikely that they would, you know, give Chaos Warriors a restriction like that. And like, additionally to that, we can already see in Realm of Chaos campaign that the AI Chaos Warrior factions don't have that restriction. Like, they can just conquer anywhere like any normal faction. So yeah, originally I was thinking maybe they would have like a Dark Fortress type thing where they can only conquer certain capitals and stuff dotted around the map. But I'm guessing that's not the way it is, and they can actually conquer everywhere. But then additionally to that, they have this Dark Fortress region mechanic as well. I was just wondering as well, like, if it might be sort of like the Ogres mechanic, where, you know, their capital, they can only build a capital type city in a Dark Fortress region, and like all other non-Dark Fortress regions just become like minor settlements, and they don't get any like province bonuses and stuff like that. I feel like that would kind of be appropriate to them. So kind of make it like Ogres, and kind of make their Dark Fortress regions like Ogre camps, except that they can't place them wherever they want. They're only in those specific locations. It's just, I don't know, that's just pure speculation, but yeah, I was just wondering if it might be something like that. But yeah, so occupying a Dark Fortress in a Norscan homeland capital, you'll gain the respective Norscan faction as an eternal vassal for as long as you control their homeland. So the other thing about that is, does that mean that there's a Dark Fortress in every single Norscan homeland capital? And on top of that, does that mean that, like, if Norscan settlements can't have walls, right, in Warhammer 2? Do Norscan settlements get walls in Warhammer 3? And assuming that they don't, do Dark Fortress regions have walls? Presumably they do. And if a Norscan faction takes over a Dark Fortress, presumably every Norscan faction's capital is going to be a Dark Fortress, right? Dark Fortress region. And it's, assuming the Warriors of Chaos don't start off already occupying them and already vassalizing the Norscans, there's going to be independent Norscan factions cruising around who currently are in possession of their own Dark Fortress region. So you would assume, like, just logically, if it's a Dark Fortress, then it has fucking walls, right? So, you know, so I'm guessing that Norscans can get walls at least on their main capital Dark Fortresses. And just that whole concept of Norscans having dark fortresses that have walls just gets me really excited for Norsca as well, you know. So I don't know, I feel like that's pretty cool. Recruit all their forces instantly, local provinces or as units prevented from chaos gifts. I'm hoping the dark fortresses will actually be a special building chain or be an option when capturing a province capital. Oh yeah, that's an interesting take on it, Bluth. Yeah, maybe the Dark Fortress regions don't necessarily have a Dark Fortress built in them unless you move there as Warriors of Chaos and build the Dark Fortress. It's like a wall. Like the Dark Fortress could be like the garrison building or whatever, and when you build it, then it turns into a Dark Fortress or something like that. That would be cool. But I feel like it would be fair enough for the Norscans to also have a Dark Fortress. Like, maybe not. I don't know. It'd be really interesting if Norscans can get access to some Chaos Warrior units as well. I feel like they, you know, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, what am I saying? Like Norscans worship the Chaos Gods too, right? So, like, if Norscans in the Chaos Warrior faction can upgrade and become Chaos Warriors, etc., like, I kind of feel like Norscans in the Norscan faction should be able to do that as well. Or there should at least be a little bit more kind of dedication to Chaos kind of vibe in Norscan, maybe. Not sure if that is gifted units recruitment, but there is like 5 ways to recruit units. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're right. 5 ways to recruit units. Pretty crazy. And this is, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I guess you can wait up. Can you get like ogre mercenaries as well, or? Oh, that's interesting. So do Warriors of Chaos not get ogre mercenaries? Because they don't have the little ogre mercenary more symbol on the end. Or does the ogre mercenary thing not show up unless you've got access to them? Norscans should definitely get chosen in their ranks and higher tier infantry. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, maybe they don't want to give them easy access, like just as a normal unit that they can build, but I think they should get a bit more access to them at least. Like, maybe when you know how when you devote to the Chaos Gods, you know, tier 1 you get 10%, like for Khorne, tier 1 gives you 10% melee damage, tier 2 gives you 10 plus 100 experience per turn or something, and tier 3 gives you access to the special Khorne Hell Cannons. Maybe instead of just having those 3 rewards, there should be like multiple rewards along the way, you know, like, you know, tier 1 gives you 10% melee damage, tier 1.5 gives you a couple of Khorne Regiments of Renown, tier 3, you know, tier 2.5 gives you some Chaos Chosen Regiments of Renown, something like that. So you can have like at least like a handful of Khorne kind of themed units in there or whatever, depending on which god you go towards. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe give Norscans access to Chaos units like the Lizardman Blessed units function. Yeah, that would be really cool, Bluth. Yeah, that'd be really cool. So for those of you who don't know, with the Lizardmen, what they do is every few turns they'll get like a random quest. It'll be like, go and take this settlement, go and kill this hero or whatever. And if you do that quest or recruit this unit or whatever, and if you do that particular quest, then you'll get a free unit that'll appear in your blessed unit spawn. So that would be, I guess, this one would be their like summon their Chaos gift units. It'll be like, go and kill the unbelievers and wipe out, you know, Altdorf or something. And if you do it, then you'd get like a free unit of Chaos Chosen that would appear in your free summons kind of area that you can just pop into your army whenever you want. That'd be really cool. Yeah, something like that. I feel like Norsca deserves something like that. So maybe Norsca will get a bit of an update later on down the track and they'll get that. Path to Glory. I'm not sure how I feel about the Path to Glory thing. Like, I don't really like. This is similar to what the Demons of Chaos get. So if you start off with an exalted herald, That's like a basically like a Slanesh is like basically like a demonette, like an exalted demonette of Slanesh hero, right? Lord leading your army, and then once they get up to level 15 or something, I can't remember how you do it now. Once they get up to a certain point, then you can upgrade them and to convert them into a greater demon of Slanesh. So this is like the mortal version. Once your like hero gets up to a certain level, then you can convert them into a demon prince of that god. And then they lose half their levels and they get a full respec, and they get new traits as well. So this one's got scaled skin. That trait, if it's with the Chaos Gods, that trait would disappear. They'd roll a new trait as well. So I don't know. I feel like if it's the same as it is with the Chaos Gods, I feel like I don't really like that mechanic because it doesn't. I don't know. It's again, it kind of ruins that feeling of continuity. Like it doesn't feel like that guy that that's done all that cool stuff and got all that experience. It doesn't feel like he or she is then developing and metamorphosing and growing into this new character. It feels like he just gets deleted and then some random new demon dude just pops into his place. It's lost all of his skills, lost his trait, lost everything, just a brand new guy. And I feel like that just isn't a good way that's not how it's supposed to be. Like when with Chaos Lords, like as they level up, like just say Valkia the Bloody, right? Valkia becomes a demon prince, say. So I think Valkia is currently still technically mortal. She's not a demon prince, I believe. But you can tell she's got numerous chaos gifts, right? She's got like super strength. She's got horns. She's got wings. She's got cloven hooves. Her eyes glow. Shit like that. So she's got numerous like chaos gifts already, but she's still immortal, right? But then if she was to like, do a bit more cool stuff or whatever, then perhaps Khorne would grant her becoming a demon prince. Now, she wouldn't just like all of those things that she's got wouldn't just disappear and then a totally new demon prince with totally different, like the other Khorne related kind of gifts, like brass skin, skull faced visage, fucking whatever, demon fused armor. Like, do you know what I mean? You wouldn't get like a completely new demon prince with totally unrelated gifts to what she already had before. If Valkia was to turn into a demon prince, she would still have all those. She would still have the horns. She would still have the wings. Still have the cloven hooves. She'd just get like a few more mutations and metamorphose a little bit. But do you know what I mean? There'd be like a progression. So I don't know. I mean, I realize that's probably, maybe that's pretty hard to do, or it's just like, mechanically doesn't make any sense or whatever. But yeah, I feel like just having the thing of just replacing them, like losing all their skills and all that sort of stuff, like it just, like why do their skill, like, I don't know. I just don't know why they decided to do that. Like, why do their skills need to reset when they turn into a demon prince? And why do they need to lose half their levels and all that stuff? Yeah, I don't really understand why they chose to do that. And I feel like even if they, like, even without any of the other things, like even just those things, that additionally kind of removes that feeling of continuity. Like if you've been putting skill points in, you're like, yep, this guy's getting stronger. I'm buffing their melee skills, buffing their armor. Oh, now they've turned into a demon prince. All that stuff's gone, reset. It's basically a whole new character. You know what I mean? It just, I don't know. You want, if it's an RPG type thing and you're leveling up with RPG mechanics, you want them to be continuous. You don't want them to reset everything you did before doesn't exist and you start again. I don't know. That's just my take on it anyway. But yeah, I think we're pretty much done with this. Sorry if I've been blathering a little bit. It's finding it all kind of really pretty interesting. But yeah, no, I think that's pretty much it. Covered it all now. Yeah, cool. Well, anyway, so not sure if I should do a bit of Norsca campaign as well. Yeah, I guess I've still got, I don't know, I've only got like an hour and a half now before I got to go to work though. Yeah, no, I might just end the stream there and go back and get some more sleep. Sorry, today was a bit of a schmozzle, guys. I'll do I'll make sure I wake up at the correct time tomorrow, and we'll do the stream at the right time and stuff. Sorry, I don't know, just screwed up, scheduled the wrong time today and stuff. But yeah, did anyone else have anything else to say before we go? That's pretty good. So I might I might just end it there. And actually I wouldn't mind. Look, I don't think I'm gonna play actually no, fuck it, I'll keep going. We'll just should I restart the stream or just keep going? I'll just keep going. Fuck it, it's fine. I'm just gonna play a bit of my Norsca campaign now, guys. So yeah, for anyone who was just here for discussing the news or whatever, that's pretty much done now. So if that was all you're here for, then probably not going to be discussing the news as much now. Welcome to still discuss the news in chat, but yeah, I'm gonna just go and play some more of my Norsca campaign, just because I'm probably not going to play too much more of the Norsca campaign. So I thought I may as well play a bit more now, just in case I don't do another episode of it. Oh, actually, we can put that back on while I load. Put that back on while I load the game, I guess. Yeah. This Azazel dude is going to be a warrior of chaos, indeed. Well, I mean, I don't know about Azazel being himself being a warrior of chaos, but Azazel is going to lead our warriors of chaos faction. Yeah. I think it would make sense lore-wise if Norsca could upgrade demon units, but not human unit ones, marauders. Hey, Nolan. Norsca doesn't have any demon units, Nolan. But yeah, I feel like it would make sense if they could get access to some like demon units or some like Warriors of Chaos type units and stuff. Hey, sorry, Mark, I've changed my mind. I'm fickle. I figured like I'm awake now. I may as well play a little bit more about Norsca campaign, because I was just about to invade Ulth 1 and slaughter some elves. So I feel like it's pretty important work. Elves need slaying. How would it make sense for Norsca to upgrade demons, but not the human marauders? Yeah, I mean, well, I feel like it would be cool if Norsca got, some, like, if you dedicated yourself to the Hound or whatever, and you had some, like, lots of Khorne dedication, I think it would make sense to get some Khorne demons in there or whatever into Norsca, maybe. But yeah, just in a limited... I feel like the way it is now, where you just get like one unit of chaos in Norsca, is pretty cool. But I feel like you could just make it a bit more. So they maybe get like 3 units or whatever. But you don't want Norsca to become Warriors of Chaos or to become Demons of Chaos. But like, yeah, I feel like they could get a little bit more. They could have like a couple of units or whatever, you know? Enslave the Southerners. Maybe they could just kind of like expand. So, okay, so we've literally just confederated Skeggi. So now we're just consolidating Skeggi's forces. So we'll just get rid of these extra armies because they're just costing us ridiculous amounts of cash. Don't need those. They could get 3 regiments of renown units. Yeah, that something like that would be just some more regiments of renown that are like chaotic or something. Oh no, I don't think they should be regiments of renown. Maybe they could get regiments of renown that are chaos undivided units, and then they could have like maybe like 3 chaos undivided regiments of renown. So you get them at level 15, 20, and 25 or something. So fairly like, or maybe 20, 25, 30 later in the campaign. and then they could also add in like maybe 4 more regiments, 4 more special regiments of renown. The only unlock if you have maxed out one of the Chaos Gods.
I am the Wanderer.
Or maybe they add one that you access at a lower level or something. It'd be kind of cool. Okay, so
Tribesmen, gather.
yeah, keep getting rid of all these extra lords. Once someone achieves demonhood, they will stop taking orders from mortals. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like Archaon, I feel like there's probably a fair few demons that take orders from Archaon. Oh yeah, so we got an extra hero. He's tough and fortunate. It's pretty good. And I think there was another one somewhere, wasn't there? Oh, we got 2 new 2 new Working heroes. Maybe there's one that's wounded. Oh, yeah, Screepy, Walker. Oh yeah, Screepy and Walker. All right. I have to get some scouting happening. Figure out how we're going to efficiently attack and invade Ulthuan.
Enslave the Southerners. Overrun the world.
Looks like we're pretty much ready to rock and roll.
Northmen come.
Let's just get straight in there, I guess. What do you think is the best way to go into Ulthuan? Should we start at Lothern? Yeah, I guess we should just... The point of Norscan is to become a Warriors of Chaos. I don't know if that's true. Like, I think, like... I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I mean, you might be right. I'm not, like, an expert on the lore, but... I feel like Norskans... Norskans do worship the Chaos Gods. But I mean, maybe the laws changed a bit as well. Like, I don't know, but I feel like in the olden times, at least, you know, if you're Norskans, you weren't necessarily followers of the Chaos Gods. You know, like there was some Norskans that would trade with the Empire and stuff like that. But I don't know. Maybe I'm completely off base. Like, does anyone else remember that sort of stuff? Like there being like kind of like Norscan barbarians and stuff that would kind of potentially be traders or mercenaries or whatever in the Empire and stuff, or is that like completely wrong? Because like in like Warhammer Quest and stuff like that, aren't there like barbarians and stuff that are Norskans that are not like, you know, full evil? So anyway, long story short, I feel like there could potentially be some, you know, Norskans that aren't fully devoted to the Chaos Gods. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like Sigmar and shit, you know? It's like, yeah, pretty much like, you know, Sigmar is like one of the main gods of humanity, but it's not like every human, like every like faction like is really devoted to Sigmar, you know? Like maybe there's some, yeah, I don't know. Southern tribes trade with Marienburg, Estonia, and Nagarond, etc. Okay, so the southern tribes are like all like kind of softies, but the hardcore, the northern Norskans are the more hardcore ones that don't mess with the Empire. All right, so we've started our invasion of Ulthuan. All is well in the world. Get all of our heroes over there. Hopefully this guy can finish recruiting his ultimate javelin army before actually I don't know if this is worth worrying about, because I just realized he's going to be left behind so far. He may as well just recruit on the run, whatever he can get. Yeah, he may as well just go with that and then just try and catch up. I think that's going to be better. All right, good. Oh yeah, I was going to say about the Discord as well. If anyone wants to join the Discord, we've got a Discord where we discuss, you know, Total War science, different, you know, strengths of different factions, confederating different lords, how to do different stuff. Currently, I was having a good conversation with one of the guys in the Discord yesterday about how to confederate Cathayan legendary lords. Some really good stuff on there. I think I might actually try and make a short video about it if I get time, because I think a lot of people would be interested. I just wanted to, I guess, take the opportunity to remind everybody that if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you're welcome to join the Discord. You're welcome to, you know, just read those conversations. They're kind of quite interesting if you don't like know about that stuff, or, you know, contribute to them as well. And also, if you have any questions about how the game works or whatever, you can just ask on there, you know. If no one answers you or whatever, some of the moderators have said that they're happy to answer questions as well. So you can go on the Discord and write like @moderator and like ask a question that way. And one of the moderators can come and see if they can help you. But even before a moderator gets to it, probably, you know, there's a bunch of people on there that are really knowledgeable about the game, and yeah, there's like, yeah. So like, yeah, anyway, just most of the time, I guess I'm interested, like the things that I mainly think about are probably more like, I guess, like advanced stuff. You know, things like figuring out stuff that I don't already know. Oh fuck, I forgot that the whole point of going here was so I could fight this battle against this sea monster, and I totally forgot and bypassed it. But yeah, it's a great place to just ask questions about basic stuff as well. And I don't really think about it that much, but yeah, I just wanted to sort of promote that as well as another aspect of the Discord. If you need help, if you're not understanding some aspect of the game, if you're struggling with a particular campaign or blah blah blah, all that stuff. Of course, all that stuff's great to ask in chat when I'm on the live stream, but you can also ask in the Discord when I'm offline. All right, let's kill some pirates. Probably should just let her resolve it. Yeah. As much as I would have liked to sink my teeth into some pirate flesh. Oh, you just got campaigner. It's nice.
Slaughter the ship. Marauders all.
Yeah, well, I guess my take on it is like, I don't know. It's sort of like, I don't know, what's it like? It's sort of like dark elves and high elves and stuff. Like, you know, like the dark elves worship the exact same pantheon of gods, as far as I know, as high elves, right? They both worship Cain. They both worship Kurnos, the hunter god. Same as the wood elves. They all have the same elven pantheon of gods, right? And they all believe in the same gods and all that kind of stuff. But you know, it's not like, you know, they're not necessarily dedicated or devoted to them or anything. You know what I mean? Like,
The crow directs me.
see if we can get this guy over there without him dying.
On the prowl.
Get a lot of heroes over there as well. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking with the Norskins. Like, so all of the Norscan factions, like they they know that the hound exists. They know that the crow exists, the eagle, the serpent. They know that all those gods exist, but they don't necessarily worship them, or dedicate them or do sacrifices to them and stuff like that, Or they might do, like, if they're like, oh shit, we're going on a dangerous sea voyage, I better sacrifice a few goats to Tzeentch to get him to, like, settle down the storms and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go out and, like, dedicate their lives to becoming champions of Tzeentch, They might be a trader and they just want to, like, mind their own business, and they just make a little bit of a sacrifice to someone here and there if they want to try and, stack the odds in their favor or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just making this up, like, this is not like me. This is not me, like, explaining how the lore works. This is just me, like, philosophizing about how it might be if I was a Norscan, I wonder who CO will choose for a third Norscan lord, one from the books, or will they make it their own? Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. Is there, so when you say one from the books, you mean like a Warrior of Chaos champion? Because there was no Norscan books, right? Yeah, a lot of these rebellions spawn really weak, and then you can just kill them with the garrisons as Norsca, which is pretty fun. But I feel like you can't really rely on it. Like, if you just leave a heap of settlements behind, you can pretty much rely on there being, like, numerous settlements that you can that will successfully defeat rebellions, but you can't necessarily rely on them beating the rebellions every time, basically. All right, let's see if we can. We probably don't need the whole. We probably don't need the whole stack. Yeah.
Tribesmen, gather. Understood. Sent by the serpent. Fine. Demonic murderer. Bloodthirsty. I submit.
Oh,
A certainty.
there we go.
Yes. Your will. In agreement.
Okay.
War unceasing. I am the wanderer.
I wonder if we should, like,
Tribal fury. Undefeated. The eagle guides me.
try to. Fuck it. Let's not overcomplicate things. We'll just take this. We'll take one settlement at a time. Yeah, a straightforward way to do it.
The voices. Making my way.
I'm looking forward to having Norscan Ulthuan. Gonna be fun.
Northmen come.
Archeon is a mage. I mean, yeah, Archeon has magical powers for sure.
I will grant you the respect due to an envoy, nothing more.
We're at war with. Oh, we're already at war with Nagaron. Didn't realize. All right, let's see if we can buy our way into. I mean, sell our way into a war with Etain.
I always can when your kind approaches. This serves my cause.
I hope they give Norsca a Chaos Mage, especially if there's one in the lore. Yeah, well, I don't know, who would be a good option to be a Norscan Legendary Lord? I don't know. I mean, I think Valkia was one that people were saying was sort of associated with was kind of associated with Norsca, but she's already a Warriors of Chaos Legendary Lord, so obviously she's not going to be a Norscan Lord.
Chieftain of the tribe. All will carnage at last. Journeying
Oh, I just realized we can't occupy this
to their graves.
piece of shit. Even though it's like right on the ocean. So let's see what's going on with our things here. So we're up to 32 out of 60 with Slanesh, 72 out of 100 with Corn. So we probably better put one into Slanesh so that we don't actually forget later on. If we go below 30, we'll lose our 10% upkeep reduction. $26,000. That's pretty good. But now I'll raise it for the serpent.
Gods protect us.
Actually, now that I think about it, we should probably sack everything once and then come back and raise it all later. Actually, yeah, I could have just sacked that and then raised it. You know, we've got the money as well. Damn it. Didn't think that through.
Your will.
Enslave the Southerners.
The tribe consents. Yes, I'll handle it.
Overrun the world. True Southern.
All right. So what are we calling this? We're calling this. So the final phase of the campaign begins. What shall be the official name of this operation? Will it be Norscan Elfpocalypse, True Purveyors of Norscan Black Metal, Ulthuan, the Viking Pirate Nation, or Enchanted Island Hearthhome? And 46% of people said that the operation shall be known as Norscan Elfpocalypse. Thus shall it be named forever hereafter. The Norscan Apocalypse begins. Norscan Elfpocalypse begins. All right. So yes, so presumably Tyrion's cruising around somewhere here with a pretty badass army. But I don't know where he is, so
Tribesmen, gather.
I guess we can just look forward to meeting him whenever he turns up. So we've got the high elf thing unlocked, ready to get this. And then we get hero action cost reduced by 50% once we take Lothan. That's going to be really good for us. Ultimate challenge for Mercy. Start in the western side of the map, but he cannot at any point invade Ulthuan or Nagaroth. I can't do that. And I can't go into the east. I can't go into the eastern side of the map and not invade the Empire either. I can't do either of those things. It's just not within my possibility. Not possible for me. I guess that casualty replenishment would be good. Oh, we should probably just do our monster hunts finally, shouldn't we? Get into that. All right, do it. Hoping that we can just pretty much smash through Ulthuan with auto resolve fairly straightforwardly. But we shall see how we go. Loving those auto resolve battles. For some reason, like the AI just always like miscalculates how strong the Norscan the Norscan garrisons are, and they always attack when they are going to lose an auto resolve. It's really weird. Very thing in the lore is named Fimir Queen. Good pick for Norscan Wizard Legendary Lord. Fimir Queen. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. Like, I mean, it doesn't sound very appealing to me. Like, if there's a character called the Fimir Queen, like, I wouldn't buy it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I would because it's Warhammer. I'll buy everything Warhammer, but you know what I mean? It wouldn't be particularly appealing to me.
Understood. Where's my next?
Okay, it looks like we can reach Lothern with some big so he can fight the dragon, and this guy, like this guy, yep.
To the slaughter.
Okay.
Bring death. You have my faith.
This guy.
The hound compels. Journeying.
To the four corners.
Yeah, so we get 4-on-1 on the dragon. Four on one on this dragon mounted lord.
More killing.
Oh no, it wasn't the name that I was worried about. It's just, I mean, I'm just visualizing, like, I don't really like non-human type characters that much. Like non-humanoid, you know? And like, I feel like a Fimir character is not going to be very kind of charismatic to me.
Speak, chieftain of the tribe. This way. Now, on the prowl.
We'll put a Fimir in this guy's army, and we'll take out a javelin. And now that guy should have
Enslave the southerners.
siege attacker.
Annihilation.
We should have all 4 armies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've got all 4 armies in. Auto resolve has no casualties. So yeah, we'll just take that. Blap. There goes Lothern. 12,000 gold from the battle. Oh yeah, what? Oh, I didn't see what tier it was. I assume it's tier 5, right? So we'll keep it. It's our new Norscan capital.
Chieftain of the tribe.
No, it's only tier 4, but that's still okay. We'll get some Berserker production going straight away. Get some money. Get some growth. And what's this? Whoa. It's pretty awesome. Alright, we'll get that. Get rid of the growth. How much public orders we got? Plus 10. Oh no, we'll keep the growth. All right, growth, money, public order. Yeah, that's a pretty good combo. And we'll get rid of the... Oh, minus 50 minus 50 penalty due to presence or lack of corruption. That's actually pretty good. Because we'd be getting massive lack of corruption penalty if we didn't have that. It's actually probably better than probably almost better than the public order building. Very, very low game sound. Yeah, I turned it down a bit because people were complaining about the game sound being down too low the other day. What happened to my filters as well? Test. Sorry if that was super loud. Thought I had my filters blocking the sound a bit lower than that. Yeah, thanks. I'll turn the game sound back up again. Maybe, I don't know. Yo. Really, the game sound seems okay now. How's that? It's probably too loud now.
Tribal fury.
It's alright. I know, let me know if it seems too loud now.
Wulfric. Done and done.
Marauding. Norsca.
Slaughter the sheep. Enslave the Southerners. In agreement.
I hope that Alistair, I hope that none of these guys have lightning strike. I don't really want to have to fight their armies. Like he very well could have lightning strike, couldn't he? Like that would suck.
Eternal challenger.
Alright, I'm gonna just check, make sure we get immortality on as many of these guys as we can. Seems very good.
Champions fall. Despoil, ravage.
Slaughter the sheep.
He can't, he has no blue points. Oh yeah, true. He's only got like 1 point spent. He's only got the speed. Yeah, cool. I totally forgot you could just check that to see what skills I've got. Good call. Good call. It's Galax. Are disturbing in the old law? Yeah, I know. Yeah, personally, I don't mind at all. Like everything being like extremely, really edgy and dark and horrific and stuff. But yeah, it is meant to be a game for kids. So I guess I had to retcon the familiar. Hard time finding anyone else who'd fit without being just another melee lord. I don't think I have a problem with, you know, all Norscan lords being melee lords. I feel like that's pretty much what you would expect. You know what I mean? Like if you had a Norscan lord who wasn't a melee lord, kind of be like, what's wrong with him? You know. Oh, and see these Chaos Sorcerers on the map. How good is it going to be able to play Chaos Warriors? Yeah, I didn't really give any opinion or anything about the new information about Chaos Warriors, but I guess in general I'd say I'm super excited for Chaos Warriors. I'm really want to get my hands on these new mechanics and try them out. I really like the idea of upgrading your units from Marauders and having them be able to build them into Chaos Chosen later on. But as I said before, I am like worried that that's going to be the pleasure of the satisfaction you get from leveling up your guys and making them turn into Chosen is just going to be really negated if you can just easily recruit people at max tier anyway. So hopefully they don't cheapen it in that way. But we shall see. Screepy the Highness. Get in there, Screepy. Do your worst. We can just disband this again.
Demonic murderer.
Actually, maybe we should just like abandon all this crap. And then we can like search the treasure holes.
Me?
Pretty cool. Keep him out of trouble, give him some more magic items. Okay. So we need to find this lord and take him out.
Take what's theirs. I know where. Yes, go. Point the way. Making my way.
Where the hell did that dude go?
My challenge?
Bet he's in ambush stance just over here, right?
I'd fancy.
Maybe not.
Overrun the world. Moving out.
Oh shit, before we get too excited, we should send some scouts this direction as well.
Journey. Five. Norsca.
Marauders all!
Slaughter the sheep.
What? Done. Bring.
Alright, we're rolling deep in this campaign. Not taking any chances.
The eagle guides me. Bloodthirsty. Moving out.
Enslave the southerners. On the prowl. To the four corners. Yes.
Pumped for a new Norsca mechanic. Hey, Georg Edison, what's the new Norsca mechanic? And where did you find out about it?
Chieftain of the
Oh, Warriors of Chaos. Yes. Yeah, I'm excited about the new Warriors of Chaos campaign mechanics for sure. I like the fact that you can upgrade your units. I think the Chaos Gifts mechanic seems really interesting. You can like configure that on the fly and like change it and stuff like that.
Overrun the world.
Yeah, no, I think in general it seems all really cool.
no escape.
We'll just occupy this. Establish an outpost. Chang. Walls are a good mechanic. Yeah. Is it, what do you mean in regards to Norsca or regarding Chaos Warriors of Chaos?
Drown them in blood. I'll rip out guts.
Chieftain of the tribe. Sent by the serpent.
Maybe we should put an ambush.
Overrun the world. Speak. Die.
Marauders all. The crow directs me. Accepted.
Into corpses.
I might just fight this battle just so that we can get some blood in our teeth, because we haven't actually got to fight a battle yet. I guess Norskins could get a limited version of walls with no towers. Yeah, or they could just give them normal walls. I don't think it would be that bad if they got walls. But yeah, or they could just not give them walls. I think I was thinking, yeah, like what I was talking about before, like maybe keeping the Norskins not having any walls, but having the Norskins also get the new Chaos Fortress mechanic, or get some version of that where basically the Chaos Fortresses, you know, have, because I feel like that would kind of make sense with the Norscan mechanic. Like if you have it so Norskins can't build walls, like they can still build palisades and stuff like that, like their minor settlements would have palisades or whatever. Actually, we already know what their minor settlements don't have look like, don't we? Because from the battle footage, I think Great Book of Grudges already did a video showing like every single minor settlement and every single major settlement. That'd be interesting, actually, if we check out Great Book of Grudges video that shows every single minor settlement and major settlement map for every faction, and then we could see if there's any that are called like Chaos Fortress or whatever. Dark Fortress or whatever, and if there's, and see if the Norskins also have dark fortresses or not. Vikings got plenty of walls, just use timber. Yeah, so I mean, I guess you could say that you could give them walls, but just not like fortress type walls, you know, not like heavy stone walls that are like 20 feet thick and stuff like the Empire has. But I was thinking, even if you were going to say they can't have walls, like proper stone thick walls, even if you're going to say that, you could say that there's these dark fortresses around that the Chaos Warriors have built. And if they're not currently occupied by Chaos Warriors, then the Norskins could just go and like occupy them. Like they could just take over these Chaos Fortresses and, you know, live in there or whatever. And then that would sort of, yeah, you know what I mean? That would sort of make up for it or whatever. What if we can get behind these guys and then like chase them to the edge of the map? Maybe we can chase them into our army. Never really tried to do this before with horse archers, but yeah, maybe it's doable. Is
Scouts for my armor. I've seen death.
oh, we got rid of half of them.
Be there. Shaman sorcerer.
Why are you so classically handsome? Can you be my dad? Sure. I mean, physically, no. I mean, it's probably not really possible because that would require like time travel and different like realities and stuff. But we can pretend if you like. But thanks for the nice compliment. What did Hamza say? Norsca needs troll spellcaster lords. Nice. Yeah, well, I feel like I was saying before, I feel like every faction needs at least 4 types of hero. And I was just thinking about that as well. Like with Warriors of Chaos, like if like I really want them to have 4 different types of heroes, not just like 2 different types of heroes with some different colors. But if they were gonna have 4 different types of heroes, like what would they be? You know, I kind of feel like I guess when I was thinking about it like yesterday before I knew what the reveal was going to be, I was hoping that we were going to be able to get demon heroes in our Warriors of Chaos factions, or we're going to be able to get cultists. I feel like it's like I feel like we should get either cultists or we should get demons. Like we should get one of the heroes from the demon factions, but I don't know, maybe that's not appropriate. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I'm not sure if I should be wasting ammo with like 9 dudes, because like if the arrows, like as one of them dodges the arrows hit somebody else. Pretty much. Just like Zoroing these arrows. I was just trying to see if I could kill this whole army without activating them, because if you just fight them in melee, I think they don't activate. I think it's still the same in Warhammer 3, isn't it? You can still just fight them in melee without activating the army, because they only react to like magic and range damage. It's kind of weird. I wonder what happens if you... No, that can't be right though. Because Warriors of Chaos could have a human champion, a wizard, and a demon, and a monster for heroes. What sort of monster would you have for heroes? Like Chaos Spawn or something? I don't think Chaos Spawn would make a very good agent for the map. They could be like an army only hero. But I don't know, it wouldn't make sense for a Spawn to be hero. Yeah, I don't know, what sort of beast? Dragon Ogre hero? Nah, I don't feel like Dragon Ogres are really that big of a deal for Chaos to be, like, I feel like because they chose Kolek as, one of the lords, I feel like that made Dragon Ogres a bit more represented in terms of Chaos, like, you know what I mean? Like, Dragon Ogres are pretty chaosy and shit, but like when you think of Chaos, like Dragon Ogres is not like the #1 most iconic Chaos thing that you think of, you know what I mean? They're pretty low down the list of like iconic chaosy things, I reckon. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they need to be a hero. That sort of Kolek, I don't think there's any Dragon Ogres of note. Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, I'm not surprised. This is where the fun's happening. The giant washing machine of werewolf death. Right, we claim this port for the Norscan Elfpocalypse. Just let it get our regeneration up a little bit. Some nice stat bonuses on these guys. 137 armor, 144 melee attack. I'm so hyped for Warrior of Chaos. After today, I would love to play them. I started Warhammer 2, but yeah, Warhammer 2 Warrior of Chaos will wait for next month. Yeah, Warhammer 2 Warriors of Chaos is not very good. Yeah, Chaos Spawn. Yeah, I don't think Chaos Spawn hero would really work. I feel like Chaos Cultists. I don't know. What do you think about Chaos Cultists being part of the Warriors of Chaos? I feel like kind of like what I was talking about before, where I think like for Warriors of Chaos, I think that theme of progression really kind of makes sense for them. Like that idea of
I am the wanderer.
oh crap, can't go over there.
Spoil and ravage.
Hmm.
Enslave the southerners. You have my favor. A challenge? Executing. More headway. Voyaging.
Where's that army that had Alistair's army, that dragons and shit? Characters plus 10. Okay, we've unlocked level 1 monster hunts. Now we want to unlock level 2 monster hunts, I guess. Level 3. Yeah, we'll just go get all these. Spawn are completely insane, etc. Yeah, they're like insane. I think yeah, Chaos Spawn wouldn't really make sense as heroes. But yeah, I was thinking sort of since the Warriors of Chaos have this sort of, their theme is like being a warrior of chaos, devoting yourself to a chaos god through martial combat and great deeds as a champion, like aspiring to become an exalted hero of chaos, you know? Whereas I think with Demons of Chaos, they're more like, they're already demons, so they don't care about trying to build themselves up, you know, whatever. They're more about corrupting humans and trying to get humans to join them and stuff like that. So like cultists kind of make more sense for demons. Like cultists basically go and get normal humans in the Empire and get them to worship demons. They don't so much like, you know, go and like try and corrupt Norscans and Chaos Warriors into following Chaos, because they already do, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like so maybe like, yeah. So I don't know. On the one hand, I was thinking like maybe cultists could be an idea or another hero that you could add, a hero type you could add to Chaos Warriors. But then I was thinking like maybe cultists are meant to be like a distinct, sort of, I don't know, thing that you just only have for demons, you know, basically. I don't know if I should put a garrison or I should put like growth. We're at growth. Okay. Demons Chaos are always demons, never mortals, where some like Azazel are ascended as humans, making them warriors of chaos. Oh yeah, so Azazel's a demon prince, yeah, right. Chaos Gods aren't above trying to tempt their rival Chaos Gods champions to service. Yeah, that's true. But what do you think about like cultists? Should cultists join Warriors of Chaos? Or should let's put a poll up. Should Warriors of Chaos get cultist heroes for the Mono God? Oops. Okay. Should cultist heroes be added to the Warriors of Chaos as a third hero type? Or should cultists just be for demons and Warriors of Chaos don't get cultists? I kind of think that cultists should not be for Warriors of Chaos because Warriors of Chaos are not a cult. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like if you had a cultist and he goes into Empire Society and starts converting people and shit, like those Empire dudes aren't going to go and suddenly join the Warriors of Chaos. They're still going to be like little like weakling Southerners, you know? Like maybe the odd one or something could really rise above and become a champion and whatever, but the average Empire human turned cultist is not going to become is not really going to become a Warrior of Chaos, you know? I don't think. But they could potentially sacrifice themselves and summon a bunch of demonettes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I feel like that's where like cults, I feel like cults can summon demons, but cults can't necessarily turn into Warriors of Chaos. Whereas I feel like Norskans have that natural hardiness and thickness of limb to make good Warriors of Chaos. There's some exceptions, you know, like Archeon was like a warrior priest, I think, or he was a knight. He was a knight of some holy order or something. So he was like, you know, a tough warrior type dude already. I think there's in other examples of knights and warriors that have fallen from grace and basically turned to chaos and stuff like that and have become Warriors of Chaos. But yeah, I feel like the average weakling Empire citizen wouldn't really make a good Warrior of Chaos.
Overrun the world. Carnage.
Ouch. Archeon was a warrior priest before turning to chaos. Yeah, and like warrior priests are not like warrior priests are not just like, you know, soaking their hands in ivory liquid and stuff. Warriors of priests are, you know, rough and tough warrior dudes, you know. They're hard bastards, as you would say. I was scouting up here. Where are all of his armies? Fuck. How strong is he anyway? How should I be afraid? He's only ranked 5. He's only a bit stronger than me. He's unlikely to have all of his armies stacked up in one spot. And he's also at war with Noctilus. Not that necessarily Noctilus is doing much, but... Yeah, so this is Alice's army, so you probably should not get too excited before we figure out what we're going to do about him.
Who's next? On the move.
Which is the weakest one? I guess this one's the weakest, sort of.
Enslave the Southerners.
Yeah, alright, so you can occupy that.
Wipe them out.
What? Understood. The eagle guides me. Heading out. Wandering.
Annihilation.
Tribal fury. To the four corners.
Volkmar got turned into Nagash's new body during the end times. How's that relevant, Nicholas? You reckon Volkmar would have made a good Warrior of Chaos? Yeah, we're trying to make as many outposts as we can because we want to turn Ulthuan into the new Norsca, new Norscan Elfpocalypse. Actually, I don't know if we need this Port Alistor to actually be a garrison because it's only a single settlement area. So I don't know if it's like super worth it. But I mean, it's really cheap to build buildings because we've got all of our minus guys that reduce upkeep.
I'll see it through. This is folly. Offerings of death.
Oh yeah, Aston, how you going, man? Aston, the champion of the channel, creator of members.
Northmen come.
Aston is the cultist of is the cultist hero of this channel. He subverts. And actually, and Elmac. I think Elmac's cruising around here somewhere as well. Okay, we should get a big sack on this surely. It's only 11,000. 11,000 still 11,000. Keeps us ahead. Keeps our head above water for another turn.
An unstoppable force. The tribe consents. I'll handle it. Let's fight.
Alright, we'll send this guy up here as a scout. Guess we'll go. I would have liked to get Plague of Rust, but I want to get a thing as well. Actually, fuck it, we got Wound. Might need to kill him, might use him to take out some enemy heroes at some point.
Undeniable.
Nice regeneration. One more level to immortality for Sherlock. I want Nurgle Cultist to run with my Chosen. Yeah, Nurgle Cultist with your Chosen. Wait up, no. Yeah, Nurgle Cultist would be cool, but a Nurgle Plague Ridden would be cool as well. Alright, they're pretty cool.
Dominate. Overrun the world. Understood. Speak. In agreement.
Oh, here we go. This guy's immortal. Boom. I really want to use this guy as a scout. I really want to use this guy as a combat hero. So we'll get him to come up and join up with Wulfric's Wolf squad. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, Citizen 9, how you going, man? Oh yeah, I realized with the summon units thing, it was totally different to how I thought it was. So all of the cultists can summon one unit. Well, you probably all figured this out by now already, but yeah, I remember when I first read the patch notes before I had access to the what actually played with any of the stuff. Like we thought that the cultists were going to have to, recharge their ability before they used it, but actually, yeah, you start off with it already unlocked, so you can summon the summons once. but then to resummon again, you need to recharge it in combat or take damage or do whatever. So it's not really that bad because you don't really use it much. I mean, you probably use them twice maybe in a lot of battles, but like, you know, like if I had like 20 cultists in an army, I'd probably use all of their summon once, and then I'd probably use like half of their summons a second time, but the second summon wouldn't be as important, kind of thing. So yeah. Anyway, okay, so it's either 2 or 4. And wow. So if this is red, then that one must be blue. That doesn't really help us much, does it? So if that's red, then this can't be red. So this must be blue. Sorry. So if that's blue, that's purple. This must be yellow. So that must be purple. So it's purple. And yellow too? How'd you get yellow too? So purple too, I think. I suck at these, yeah. All right, I'm gonna just take a guess and go with purple too. Boom. Citizen 9, you are correct. Purple 2 is correct. And I will I think we'll award you with a rename for being the smartest person in the chat. And this where's this Immortal Lord? Endrick, I think Endrick Wolftime is a rename. So we can't rename him again. Sherlock Jays. I think Sherlock Jays is a rename as well. Fuck. Olaf Hilmerson. Alright, this is not a rename. Olaf Hilmerson now is Citizen 9. Jesus, that's the most unfucking Norscan name I've ever heard. We've got to make it like... Oh, Nixla was first? Oh, no. Oh, sorry. I've given it to the wrong person. Wait up. Nixla said, oh, Nixla says last one. No, last one's an invalid answer. Sorry, Nixla. Because you didn't answer in the correct format. You just had to say yellow too or purple. You had to say a color and a number. So, you know, that was a secret hidden rule that I didn't tell you. That's right. Nixla's graciously given up his prize anyway. How about Citizen Nixlafs? No, I don't think Citizen works. How about Tribesman? Oh, here we go. Tribesman. Tribesman 9. There we go. No, actually, Clansman 9. Actually, Clansman has uncomfortable connotations, doesn't it? All right, there we go. Tribesman 9. Nice.
Despoil and ravage.
All right, we need to. Good here. Alright, we'll block her there so she can't do shit. Oh yeah, we need to, sorry, I need to, fuck, I keep spending all this money on bloody agent actions. If I just do that, then the agent actions will be super cheap. Alright, so we'll...
Yes. Overrun the world.
Yeah, we'll get Sherlock to... defeat them there. Dedicate that to the Hound. Good job. Now, I think we want to deal with this guy.
Embarking. Immediately. Advancing.
Futile.
battle is foreseen.
666. He only had 23% chance to succeed then. Legend. Alright, let's
Northmen come. Certainly not. Tribal fury.
Alright, I think we should roll up on him with this guy.
Done. Yes, Lord. This way.
Don't know if we'll be able to make it in time in one turn, but
Brother.
we can try.
Journeying. Overrun the world.
Where's my next quarry?
War unceasing. Enslave the Southerners.
God damn it, in the wrong fucking area. Alright, actually screw that, we'll just head back down here. Gotta go back and recruit some more berserkers. Berserker.
Harbinger of war. Sabotage.
Despoil and ravage.
Nixler has had a few renames. He's been around. Almeninger Nui. Citizen 9. Nice. Next time. Snorri Elf Buddha. That one's pretty good too. I remember we talked about that some of us don't actually play Warhammer. At least I like to hang out for the lore. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, I really like the Warhammer just background and stuff as well. Like the lore, the stories. I wish we could bring back Mordheim somehow.
What?
Like, I wish they would make a Mordheim, I wish CA would make a Mordheim computer game, or put in a Mordheim mini game into the campaign or something.
Tribesmen, gather.
Fucking hell, this shitty elf hero did agent action on me. Join the what? I'm not gonna pay you. How about instead of doing that, I declare war on you? I've got a counter offer, which is declare war. There you go. That'll keep you out of trouble. It'll give you purpose. You can spend your time finding me, trying to find where I am, and hunt me down. I've given Nakai the greatest gift, purpose in life. Oh god. I was trying to auto-resolve that. But but it didn't like update properly, and yeah. Love to see some Mordheim like scenario for scavenging the ruins where you go in with your characters to play a mini game and earn battle rewards. Yeah, that's exactly what I want too, Nickrel. I was thinking like, yeah, it could be like, you know, your little message comes up saying, you know, your scouts tell you that there's like rewards in the ruins or whatever, but you know, the city streets are too narrow for you to, you know, commit your whole army, so you can only send in like 4 units or something, and you have this like cool little mini battle with just like, you know, 1 unit of infantry, 1 unit of archers, a hero, and a unit of cavalry or something, or whatever units you choose. That'd be really cool. Or maybe they randomly choose. Nah, randomly choose would be shit. What the fuck am I doing here? I don't want to fight this battle. Like I said, I think I would have won it if it was auto resolve, but yeah, I just like because I clicked on auto resolve, but it just didn't update properly, and the game thought I was clicking on manual battle. In the lore from Warhammer Fantasy Battles and 40k is awesome, but hard to get into. Do you think it's hard to get into, Joshua? I don't know if I feel like it's hard to get into. It's like it's if you just find out about chaos and 40k, and I mean about Warhammer and 40k, and then you want to know everything about the lore, then I think like the idea of knowing everything is pretty daunting. But like, I don't know, I feel like it's not that hard to get into. You just like read a book and, you know, I don't know, I guess so. I had a general idea of the background from the little like lore snippets in the army books and stuff before I actually read any of the novels. Yeah, I still feel like Gotrek and Felix is the best introduction to Warhammer because it's very character based. It's very like zoomed in on just these two characters, and just those two characters pretty much carry the whole story. Even if you've got like no concept of what's going on in the wider world, you know, every time it makes a reference to something in the background, you don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It doesn't matter. Like the story still gets carried along by you just like by the two characters just being super awesome, you know. So I feel like they're pretty good in that regard. And you can, yeah, like get a but you do like find out a lot about the lore just by following them on their adventures, you know. So yeah. Berserker. Sorry, had to be said.
Take what's theirs.
Can we? I wonder if we can beat this battle here.
The eagle guides.
Is this a battle or is this a? No, just a little treasure.
Marauders all.
There you go, Sherlock Jace. Immortality. I'm pretty sure Sherlock Jace was a rename. I think it was like Charles Jason or something like that. I can't remember. Charles James. Or I can't remember who it was now. Actually, I could probably tell because it was one of the members. Not that it's probably not really that important at this moment in time. Sorry. All right. Let's crush Alistair. Crush his dreams.
Where's my next quarry? Futile.
Fucking Malice Darkblade.
Harbinger of war. I'll be there.
So how much does it cost now? 300. See, this is only even 90% reduced cost. It still costs 325. So, oh, actually, I wasn't. It was only 80% reduced.
Tribesmen, gather!
A challenge? Advancing.
Enslave the Southerners.
That extra 20% movement rate that we got from taking the, I think it was the Skaven that we got it from. It's so good. Yeah, just auto-resolve our way through all of this. Pretty easy. Okay, we'll establish an outpost here as well.
I am the wanderer.
Maybe we should just skip this now. Leave this guy here because he's kind of giving us a bit of a block from there. I won't invest too much in holding the Shrine of Loek.
En route. Immediately. On the move.
And we'll go back around the other side, around that side.
chieftain of the tribe.
Nearly time to go to work.
Northmen come. Done.
I don't know if I'm like, oh, I really want to kind of like finish this off and like just be able to sit here, you know, dominating Ulthuan, king of the world, having, you know, taken on every adventure that the world threw at me, and just like a true Norwegian black metal Viking, conquered it all. But I don't know, it's sort of like just a victory lap at this point. Like nothing's gonna stop us, you know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we? I'll do a super quick poll. So 54% of people thought yes, cultists should be added to the Chaos Warriors roster, and 46% thought no, they should just be demons. So interesting. Pretty split down the middle on that one. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this again tomorrow or what. I kind of would like to just do that victory lap, but I don't think there's going to be any more hard fights or anything. So I don't know if this Fear the Norskins campaign is still that exciting anymore. Yeah, I mean, it was still a pretty good turnout today and everything. So thanks so much for you guys for turning up. But I think we've pretty much done it, right? There's you know, there's no more glory to be had. You know, we could slaughter more elves and drink their blood and all that. That's cool, but isn't really there's no more glory to be had. So yeah, so we might start something new tomorrow. I've got some Cathay Confederation science to work on, but I don't know if I want to do that because it feels like hard work, you know, not so much like fun, but I think it'd be interesting and it'd be worthwhile. But yeah, I don't know. Warriors of Chaos stream. Warriors of Chaos suck at the moment though, Roberts. It's still another 3 weeks or something before we get to what do you call it? You know, get the good Warriors of Chaos. First time you won as Norsca? Yeah, I think last time I did Norsca, we successfully got to Hexawado. Actually, no, I think last time we ended, I don't know, I got to Hexawado and we had our buffed Norskins and everything. I can't remember if I ended up still screwing it up after that somehow, or whether we just abandoned it because it was kind of boring, got boring at that point. But normally I just, it crashes and burns in some glorious defeat somewhere. But yeah, I think this time we're going to have to call this one a victory. We didn't actually achieve whatever the campaign victories is. I didn't actually check what they were. Destroy the following factions: Corone and Etain and Reichland. Oh yeah. Well, we took out Reichland's capital. I didn't bother taking out Corone's capital because they didn't have anything good. Etain we probably will wipe out, but yeah. Short campaign victory, Reichland and Corone. Yeah, I could have easily done that. I just didn't bother to actually take the time to kill it on the way through. But yeah, not tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to call that one a win. Embrace the suck before the sweet rework. Yeah, no, I don't think I want to. Because the thing with Norsca, it's not really that they're super hard. Like, they're not that hard. It's just that they're super just not good. Like, there's just nothing, you know what I mean? Like, nothing combines together to do anything awesome with Warriors of Chaos. Like, everything's just difficult, lame, doesn't do anything exciting. Like, they just, you know what I mean? Like, they just don't have any, they literally don't have any mechanics that do anything good. Like, they're all of Warriors of Chaos mechanics all are bad. Like, they only have mechanics that make things harder. They don't have any mechanics that make things better, or make you stronger or anything, you know? Apart from just, you know, like technology and putting skill points into your lords, you know, that's it. Everything else is like shitter than normal. Like worse than just a basic faction with no traits. So yeah, like they're just not fun. Like, basically is my take on it. But I don't know that I'm still not 100% like, you know, I'm still not 100% ruling it out. And maybe I will do like just a meme Warriors of Chaos campaign just for the fuck of it or something. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not super keen. Probably, yeah, next things I'm interested in doing is we want to do another Cathay Confederation science stream. Some of the guys in the Discord have been talking about this stuff, and there's a guy very special who's got a new, well, it's not really new, but it's like a further development of the stuff that we'd already been talking about, that like Dash have been doing and stuff with Confederating Miao Ying, but he reckons it's like pretty much 100% reliable, his method, with a few little tweaks, and so that's interesting to me, like, because I know a lot of people pretty much, you know, having a lot of trouble confederating Miao Ying and creating Zhao Ming, like when you're playing as Cathay, or pretty much all of the legendary lords, like, are really hard to confederate in Warhammer 3. So yeah, I feel like if that's like a reliable method, that's worth showcasing and worth discussing and stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure. That might do that next, or we'll see what else. All right, you guys have a good night, and I will go and get some sleep. Actually, I suppose I should try and see if there's anyone playing Total War, so I could chuck a host to somebody. There's a guy who's called Jacrates. I think I've hosted Jacrates before. He's doing a Nurgle only stream. I'm not sure if he's playing on Legendary. I assume he must be doing it on Legendary, because otherwise why would you bother doing a challenge campaign? I don't know, you guys can check it out anyway. So this guy's name is Jacrates. He's got like 12,000 subscribers, so he's not like a new YouTuber, but I don't think, maybe he's not a Total War YouTuber normally or something. Anyway, if you're interested in checking it out, he's apparently doing a Nurglings only campaign, so that seems pretty exciting. Check it out and let me know how it goes. All right, you guys have a good time. I'm gonna have a bit of a sleep, and I'll catch you next time.